The big thing is reading on the run. That's probably the biggest difference I had to go through and throwing on the run. I never really thought about it when I signed to Houston Games I was going to run and shoot offense, but I'm very happy with it. I have a great coach and Coach Miles Davis. Good receivers, I guess they call them the Musketeers, but they run the right routes and I read the right coverages. You never can tell how many points we can put on the board.
There's a lot of similarities, then there's a lot of differences. It's all coming together and just working out the timing. Once you get to this level of play, everybody's pretty much equal as far as talent's concerned. It's just working out all the little things, and we've been working real hard, and hopefully we can put it all together tonight.
Well, Jim Kelly and Rick Neuheisel commenting on the difference between playing college football and now the pros with the USFL. With that, let's take a look at some of the key players for each team. First of all, the visiting Houston Gamblers coming down from the Astrodome country of Houston, Texas. We have to start with their young quarterback, Jim Kelly, who played a little bit more than a year ago for the University of Miami. He missed most of his senior season because of a shoulder injury, decided to go with the USFL instead of the NFL Buffalo Bills. Had a good day last week against Tampa Bay, throwing for 299 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the big thing is Jim Kelly was not sacked all day. Jim Kelly will orchestrate Mouse Davis's run-and-shoot offense for the Houston Gamblers tonight. In the backfield, look for Sam Harrell, number 29. Harrell, a 4-year pro with the Minnesota Vikings, drafted on the 11th round in 1980 from East Carolina. He was hampered by injuries throughout his NFL career. He was cut by the Vikings in training camp of '83, but now he's starting for the Houston Gamblers. Harrell was the leading rusher for the Gamblers last week. And their head coach, Jack Pardee, of course, was the head man in the NFL with the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. For the homestanding San Antonio Gunslingers, young Rick Neuheisel, the rookie out of UCLA. Last week against New Orleans Breakers, Rick threw 16 out of 26 for 174 yards. A former walk-on at UCLA where he led them to a Rose Bowl upset of Illinois on January 2nd. But Neuheisel was sacked 5 times last week against the New Orleans Breakers. Even so, he completed 61.5% of his passes. Then there's young defensive back Peter Rayford, a rookie from Northern Michigan. Had a big day last week against New Orleans. Rayford returning a fumble kickoff for a touchdown. Watch it now as the New Orleans man comes up the field, crosses up the football. Rayford says, "Give it to me." This was a touchdown for him. He also had 2 interceptions on the day. And the head coach of the San Antonio Gunslingers, former head coach at Texas A&I, Gil Steinke. Texas A&I Javelinas were a great power for years in the NAIA ranks. So there you have a look at some of the key players and personnel on the sidelines tonight for the Houston Gamblers and the San Antonio Gunslingers. We're about ready for the shootout to begin at Alamo Stadium. Let's go to Jim Simpson and Paul McGuire.
Alamo Stadium on a chilly night, which obviously has kept down the crowd. Temperature 40 degrees, but take a look at 23-mile-per-hour gusts, and that's the wind chill factor. I said 20, but in actuality, it is 21 degrees. Jack Pardee, coach in the World Football League, coach of the Chicago Bears, the Washington Redskins, and now the coach of the Houston Gamblers. They lost their first game, remember, to Tampa, in a game they thought they should have won. 20-17, Tampa Bay won it, and it is Houston that will receive, and it is San Antonio's Nick Mickemeyer that will kick off. Johnson is the deep man for Houston, and hold it, the ball has blown 8 yards up the field off the tee.
Well, we were right on the winds, and we're right on the wind chill factor. We got back there with Johnson. We also have Mark Rush, number 49, and number 34, Calvin Eason.
Hold the ball for Mickemeyer. They got a temple and 11 field. And now this first game between 2 Texas teams is underway, and this is Richard Johnson. In the end zone, fumbling, he'll bring it out. He's got a lot of speed, and he's got an opening up the middle, gets across the 20-yard line to about the 21. Where the tackle was made by Mike Hagan, a running back. Here comes Jim Kelly, University of Miami. Their stats for last week: 24-41, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, a couple of interceptions. But what he will remember is that he overthrew a man in the end zone on some occasions. Not a deep passer last week at all. They eat away at you. Remember, they've got 4 wide receivers. That is Sanders in motion. Here's Kelly going to run with the football. That gets up to about the 25. Before Canna, number 65, makes the stop. Kelly, the quarterback. Harrell, I should say, is the fullback. Former Viking. Now listen to this. Sanders, Johnson, Moser, and McGee are all either wide receivers or what they call split backs. Rogers and Robinson, the tackles. Boucher and Searcy, the guards, and Frank Khalil at center. McNeil is now coming, number 13. Out of Baylor, the rookie. Only weighs 140 pounds. He's split wide and left. He can fly. Kelly on second down, pumps one, puts it across the middle. Ball is up for grabs and knocked away by Putt Choate, an inside linebacker. Defensively, Mike St. Clair, Gary Johnson, Tommy Tabor, Ken Gillen, the front four. Two of those are ends, one a tackle, the other a nose. Your two inside linebackers, your real linebackers, Rick D'Amico, 51, Putt Choate, 55. Now you get to the outside linebackers, who are really defensive backs. Larry James on one side, number 24, Jim Bob Morris on the other, 28. Your corners are Peter Rayford, number 20, and Vance Bedford out of Texas, a rookie, number 41, and Mike Homer starting at safety. Third down and 5 to go. And Kelly to throw again, and there's nobody over there. An inside route taken by Greg Moser, and Kelly's throw went to the outside.
I think number 2, Richard Johnson, ran the wrong route. He ran to the inside as opposed to running to the outside. I'm not going to be surprised now with the defense flooding, Jim, to one side that they're going to start doing some screens.
And now to kick the ball away, Dale Walters, a rookie out of Rice. As you take a look at Marcus Bonner out of Texas A&I. The end of the wind, Bonner goes back to about the 33 and gets to the 35, 36-yard line. And for the first time, we will see San Antonio take the field. Rick Neuheisel out of UCLA, a rookie, had 10 straight completions in that Rose Bowl win over Illinois to set a bowl record, number 7. Mike Hagan, 34. Don Roberts, 43, your running back. Linnell T, 80. Danny Buggs, 88, your wide receivers. Joey Hackett, the tight end, number 81. Lee Spivey and Ralph Williams, the tackles. Rich Garza and Arlen Thompson, the guards, and Greg Davidson, the center. From the 36, no score, first down, San Antonio.
Let's go. Get some pressure in his face.
That's Roberts in motion.
First time, let's get out the ball.
And here's Neuheisel. Throwing it out here. Caught by Roberts. And he's got about 8 or 9 yards. Ricky Young, an inside linebacker, number 58, made the stop. Your front three, Pete Caton, been with the club, but he could not play until after his CFL contract ran out. Number 77, Tony Fitzpatrick, number 62, Cleveland Crosby, 78. Your linebackers, and these are legit. Andy and Mike Hawkins, 59 and 57, they are brothers. Ricky Young, 58, and Kiki Diala, 31. Your corners, Mike Mitchell, 35, Will Lewis, 24. Donald Wright, 23, and JoJo Heath, also down from Canada, 32. Your safeties. That is Fee in motion, and this is Roberts carrying the ball, trying to get the first down as they win about a half a yard of the first down. Mike Hawkins made the stop. Andy Hawkins had 14 tackles last week against Tampa Bay. Third down and short, about a half a yard.
This is a very interesting defense with this 3-4. And when you were talking about Pete Caton, who came from Canada, they got him, they wanted him for one reason, because this man can rush the passer.
Third down and just a few inches to go. Mike Hawkins steps up into the line of scrimmage, and straight ahead goes Mike Hagan, and he's got the first down. So the Gunslingers pick up the first down of the night. The crowd that is here tonight is a hardy crowd, and most of them are on this side of this stadium. This is a stadium built many, many years ago. In 1939, a little bit better than 22,000 capacity. They've enlarged it to better than 32. They've installed more lights, and by next year, hear this, they would like to enlarge it to 62,000. D wide to the right, Bugs to the left, first down, Neuheisel, back to throw, Neuheisel has picked off by Mike Mitchell, number 35. And the first turnover of the game, and Houston is coming on the field. 11:09 to go at Alamo Stadium in San Antonio, Texas. And between these two Texas teams, there is no score.
All right, they roll up into the defense, and you're going to see Neuheisel rolling out to his right. And watch Mitchell, and right in that position near the corner, he's playing to the outside. Joey Hackett is the man that Neuheisel was throwing the ball to. Picked out great defensive play.
Jim Kelly, that's Johnson in motion. Kelly on the handoff. And straight ahead goes Sam Burrell out of East Carolina. Burrell played for the Vikings. Last week, Houston threw the ball 41 times and ran only 17 times. And of those 17 rushes, only 4 were by Kelly on scrambles. So really, there were only 13 actual running plays in the game for Houston a week ago.
And most of those are draws.
Second down and about 4 to go from the 45-yard line of San Antonio. Kelly looking, Kelly throwing out there. Kelly has his man across the way, and that is Richard Johnson, number 2. He's got a first down, moving the ball inside the 40, where Jim Bob Morris, who had 9 tackles and a couple of assists last week, makes the stop.
See Johnson there, Jim. He went in motion and kind of stayed back to the line of scrimmage, didn't go downfield. And what Jim Bob Morris has got to do is their right outside linebacker or safety or whatever they want to really call him. He has got to come up and put pressure on Johnson. He can't let him get that free rein with it because Kelly's got such a strong arm, he can get it there in a hurry.
McGee wide to the right and McNeil to the left. And in motion, there's Kelly, and he is smothered by number 76, Ken Gillen. A sack on the play. Gillen, a down lineman, makes the sack of Jim Kelly.
Okay, this time Kelly is going to come out here to his left, and he's looking for Ricky Sanders, and Kelly can't see him. All of a sudden, 76, Ken Gillen gets in his face, and there's no place to go. You got to remember something about this run and shoot offense. The quarterback does not drop 7 yards. It's sprint outs or rollouts, but they stay close to the line of scrimmage. They're only like 3 yards away.
Second down, 15 to go. Kelly, little short pass, has his man, that is Burrell, and Burrell gets inside the 30-yard line to about the 28, where Mike Ulmer came up to make the stop.
Jim, there's so many variations off this offense, and as we go through the game, we're going to try to show you something. Sam Harrell right there, number 29, was the blocker in front of Kelly. Remember, he's the only remaining back in the backfield. When Kelly rolled to his right that time, Sam Harrell was there, nobody to block, so all Kelly did was dump the ball to him, almost like a middle screen pass, and he went up the field for almost 10 yards.
8.5 minutes to go. First quarter, no score. Third down and 3 from the 29. And Kelly throwing on every play. Loops it out, and Mr. Johnson drops the football. Johnson, with Ulmer in hot pursuit, drops the football. And it's third down and 3.
All right, now watch Kelly. He's going to go to his left. He's one right-handed quarterback that can throw as good from his left as his right. Take a look at it right there. You see Johnson, he just drops the football. There really wasn't anybody around. Mike Ulmer, number 23, was close, but Johnson catches the ball. He has the first down, and I think they're going to go for it.
Let me check. I said third down. It is fourth down and 3. As Moser goes wide to the right, they haven't thrown to little McNeil yet. Darrell's out here on the left side. Johnson in motion. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Kelly puts it across the way, and it is broken up. Intended for Johnson and Larry James out of Texas A&I came in to break it up. And San Antonio takes over. They could do a thing with a turnover. Houston fails to get some points. No score midway through the first quarter. Yesterday it was 82 degrees and the cold front moved in about 9 o'clock last night. It is still here. The wind chill factor is 21 degrees. Danny Bugs comes wide to the right. And Fee goes to the left. First down from the 28-yard line for San Antonio. Neuheisel is going to be sacked. Somebody down there about to get up now and will catch his number. It is number 78, Cleveland Crosby. A loss on the play back inside the 25. Give him a loss of 4. Second down and 14.
When you see a defensive end get in like Cleveland Crosby at that time, that's hustling on his part, but you've got to give an awful lot of credit to the defensive secondary because they cover the offense so well to give him time.
Second down, 14. Neuheisel. And that is Marcus Bonner, not going very far at all. He is the kick return man who carried the ball 4 times in the loss to New Orleans. Andy Hawkins, but all those tackles against Tampa Bay made the stop, along with Tony Fitzpatrick. That's Tony Fitzpatrick, drafted on the 7th round out of Miami. Howard Schnellenberger of the championship Miami team called Tony the Rock of the Miami defense. 3rd down and 14 to go. Stamper is now in. Scott Stamper out of Fort Lewis College in Colorado, number 30 in the offensive backfield, along with Marcus Bonner, number 21. Neuheisel with a long count. And is going to throw on 3rd and long. Neuheisel puts it on here. He's got his man. And there goes Lionel Fee. Fee is going to score. Touchdown, San Antonio. 76 yards. Laid it right on the money.
Jim, maybe I might have been able to hit Fee with that touchdown pass, because there's Coach Stank. He's happy. But I'll tell you one thing now. He was wide open. Absolutely nobody on him. Donald Dykes was the man that ended up chasing him. But Mike Mitchell, the left corner, just let him go.
Mitchell is the one that had the interception moments ago. Failed to get it on the coverage there. And Lionel Fee made his 2nd catch of the year in this young season and his first touchdown of the year. 76 yards. And then to add the extra point is Nick Wickemeyer. Wickemeyer's extra point is good, and San Antonio leads 7-0 on the play of Neuheisel and Fee.
Now watch Lionel Fee. Now he's out there on Mike Mitchell 35, but watch what Mitchell does, Jim. He bumps him there. He's supposed to release him to Donald Dykes, number 23, the safety man, and Dykes is not in your picture. He doesn't get over. Here comes Dykes now, but it's already gone. So I said I might have been able to get that ball to Fee without anybody out there covering him, but Lionel Fee is gone. Touchdown. Beautiful play.
And San Antonio, underdogs by a little in this game, strike first and lead by 7-0. Here is Nick Wickemeyer to kick off. Richard Johnson is the man in the middle, number 2. Johnson at the 4. 15. And gets out near the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 28.
All right, let's take a look at Neuheisel. Now, he's looking to his right. Now he goes down the middle and he sees Lionel Fee breaking open. This is what he sees from Neuheisel's end of it. Now watch what happens on the other end of it. Now I'm not blaming Mitchell on this play because Mitchell 35 came up to hit Fee. 23 Dykes should have been over to make the coverage. He doesn't do it. Fee gets the score. It's 7-0.
McNeil comes wide to the left. Johnson goes in motion, ball on the 28-yard line. Kelly hands off to his running back, Sam Harrell, and Harrell gets a few yards out across the 30. Put Choate just elevated to a starting inside linebacker spot. Made the stop. Number 55 out of SMU. Gil Steinke. Let me tell you something about Gil Steinke. He was with Texas A&I for a total of 23 years, won 182, lost only 61, and when he quit to be solely the athletic director, he had a 39-game winning streak. You impressed?
I'm impressed with the man quitting with a 39-game winning streak is what impresses.
Here's McNeil wide to the left, and McGee's on the other side, and Sanders in motion. Kelly flips the ball out, has his man, that is number 29, Harrell again, and Harrell picks up the first down, getting across the 45-yard line to about the 47.
I got to believe that one of the linebackers, either Put Choate 55 or Rich D'Amico, is assigned to Harrell. Now take a look at it. Here comes Harrell, and you watch at 51 Rich D'Amico come up. He goes to the inside, Harrell breaks to the outside, gets excellent blocking downfield, and he picks up the first down. Bill Searcy, number 69, was out there giving the block. They get the first down. They're on the move again.
And Put Choate again made the stop, coming clear across field to do it.
Great name.
Put the ball on the 48-yard line. 7-0 San Antonio. Houston's got the football first down. Johnson in motion to the right. Kelly looking, has Johnson, throws it hard, and there were 5 San Antonio men, all of whom thought they had a chance for the interception, none of whom got it. It's second down and 10.
Well, there was also 2 Houston Gambler wide receivers downfield, all by their lonesome. Moser and Sanders were downfield, and the only guy that was with him was number 20, Peter Rayford.
Well, Neuheisel, Paul, 1 week ago, his longest pass was 24 yards. He's exceeded that now with a 76-yard touchdown play to Fee. Kelly's longest was 21 yards last week. Second down and 10 from Houston's 48. They're going to put 2 wide receivers on each side. Kelly back. Kelly has a man open across the way. And he caught the football. That is Scott McGee, number 88, out of Eastern Illinois. Some people thought he might have trapped it or been out of bounds, but moved the sticks. Houston has moved the ball inside the 40 to the San Antonio 39.
That almost looked like a shot put pass to McGee. Kelly came out there, and all he wanted to do is make sure he got it there. And a lot of times it's going to happen. The ball won't get there or will fade away. You still have to not throw it hard. That's something Kelly has to learn. And you've got to be able to take a little bit off, but they still picked up the first down.
First quarter in frigid San Antonio, Texas. 7-0 San Antonio leading. Sanders the man in motion. And Kelly, the blitz is on, and they dump it out. Oh, what a play made as Harrell got the ball. He was snowed under by Put Choate, number 55.
Jim, this thing might go for a touchdown if Khalil, number 67, blocks Put Choate. Watch it here now. There's Put Choate there, but Khalil is down the field in front of him. All he had to do was turn back and hit Put Choate, and they had still been running. That would have been Harrell.
4:28 to go in this first quarter. Second down and 10. Jim Kelly, our number 1 pick by the Buffalo Bills, but instead with Houston. Second down and 10. That's Sanders going push one way then the other. 4 wide receivers, remember, nearly at all times. Oh, look at this. Kelly's trying to figure out whom to throw to. Good move by Kelly, and he's going to pick up the first down, I believe. Oh, is he upended across the way by guess who? Put Choate, number 55.
Kelly's got to learn to get out of bounds. Get out of
down. Flag down.
Jim, look at this with Kelly now. He's waiting for someone to get open. Good play in the defensive secondary. Harrell, number 29, is going to be outside. The blocking's there. Now, Kelly's going to break up. Here's where you just go out of bounds. Don't sacrifice your body. Number 55, Put Choate, takes him at the knees, and it's the easiest way I know to get a knee injury, folks.
And this is a penalty against San Antonio, moving the ball down to about the 15-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 51, late hit, first down.
Rich D'Amico, first down at the 15. That was Tom White, the referee. The umpires, David Foley, Hayden Terry, the head line judge, the head linesman, line judge L.T. Bonner, back judge Bill Lang, Joe Whitewine is the side judge, and the field judge is Morton Necessity. 7-0 San Antonio, but Houston is on the move. Kelly hands the ball off. Harrell looking for running room and gets some. Down inside the 10-yard line and picks up 7 or 8 yards. It'll be second down and short. Sam Harrell, the ball carrier. He was a leading ball carrier last week. Mike Ulmer made the stop along with Greg Fields.
All right, here's the play. It's a draw to Harrell. Watch number 55. 51 comes into your screen. Rich D'Amico. He had a shot at him and missed him. Harrell's got quick feet. Not a whole lot of speed, but he's quick in his feet, and it showed it there. Just moving left and right, and D'Amico gets on the ground. That had to be a late call, Jim, because that play with Kelly was already out of bounds, with D'Amico ended up in the bench.
That's right. We were already in a replay. Greg Fields is now in 79 on that last tackle. He also is out of Canada. We'll tell you about him later. There's a little flick out here to Harrell with lots of room, and does he get the touchdown? Apparently not. Just short. Greg Fields, 6'6", 265, wearing number 79. Another one of those who played in Canada before going up there. Joe. Here's Fields.
All right, take a look at this thing to Harrell. Kelly's going to throw the ball. It's all the way to Harrell. But watch Put Choate. He's got 2 blockers out in front of him, and he saves the touchdown.
And And coming up for the hit, there's Peter Rayford. I said that Fields played in Canada. I think he wished he had, because he's the one that clocked John Hadel, the head coach of the Express, and they released him, and he was picked up by San Antonio. With Gil Sankey saying, remember here, don't hit the coach. You hit everybody on the other side of the field and you leave the coach alone. The tie the ball game, Houston looking to move in. Ball handed off to Harrell, and Harrell, they have not given him that touchdown yet. San Antonio rises up, and now they put up their hands, touchdown. Late call, but you can see the ball over the plane of the line, and the officials came in and made sure that they had reached there, and Harrell makes it 7-6. Well, Harrell deserves the touchdown because he brought the ball most of the way down here. Here comes Harrell. He's just following over the right-hand side of the line over Searcy and Robinson. And there's Harrell. You see the ball. Now there, the ball looks like it may not be over here. It might have been support a little bit while they came in. Think about that? You're allowed to do that if you don't get caught, you know. Here's Jeff Brockhouse to try to tie this game up. Brockhouse's kick is no good. He does not tie it up. It is 7-6 as Brockhouse misses the extra point. It's 7-6. This is the extra point. Jeff Brockhouse, but they'll kick off there. The ball game now. Brockhouse to kick off. All right, let's take a look at this thing ground level. Mark Rush, 49, is out on the wing, but he is really not doing anything. He's just going out. Bill Searcy is the guard pulling, coming into the hole. Tommy Robinson, number 70, is the right side tackle making the block. Here they come. You see Searcy, 79. He's pulling out, and he's supposed to hit the linebacker on the outside. Harrell gets the ball over the end line. Ball bouncing along the ground. Taken by one of the up men, that's Roberts, and the fullback gets across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. 2:07 to go. First quarter, close game. 7-6, San Antonio leads. On ESPN, you'll see the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the championship. With everybody saying that Carolina not only will win, but maybe 5 or even more teams from the ACC will go on to the NCAA. First down, San Antonio. Neuheisel with a deep drop and throws. And there's a catch despite the reach-in by Donald Dykes. Dykes reached in, the flag down. The ball was caught by the tight end, Joey Hackett. And there was a flag right there. He might have been reaching over the shoulder, and if it's interference, they'll take the interference because that would be 15 yards and an automatic first down. Let's see what it is. It's interference. That's what it is. So they get an extra 5 yards. Jim, this is on this play. Now watch what happens. Take a look at Rich Garza, number 61. He's going to go out. This is a screen to the right, okay? See the right? That's a screen play. But he sees Hackett right down the middle. Donald Dykes goes over his back. He hits him right there before the ball comes. Great call by the
Number 23, defense. First down.
That's Donald Dykes. By the way, it was he who was called for pushing Woody Gillespie well out of the play that kept Tampa Bay alive against Houston a week ago on their winning drive. You know, it's more embarrassing. Not only do you have pass interference and you hit the game, he still catches the ball. That's what the bad part is. 1:44 to go, first quarter, 7-6 San Antonio. They've got the football in Houston territory. And there goes Marcus Bonner cutting inside and getting 5 or 6 yards down near the 41-yard line. There's Marcus Bonner. There is Gil Sankey. On Saturday night, we saw Joe Pendry of the Pittsburgh Maulers, the youngest team in pro football. The youngest coach. Gil Sankey is the oldest at 63. Watch Rich Garza, 61. Now he's going out and he's going to try to block on Mike Hawkins, but he blocks him back into the play. Here goes Hawkins. He comes back and helps out on the tackle. Does not make the tackle alone. Ricky Young, number 58, is also there. They spot the ball at the 42, so call it second down and 5. Neuheisel takes the snapper, throwing for, there he is, and did he catch it? No, they say he's out of bounds, Danny Buggs. Buggs is going to give up and argue, saying that he was forced out of bounds by JoJo Heath, who just came down from Canada. But I think that was a good call on the official's part. You got to understand what comes down in bounds. Now, Danny Buggs' knees come down out of bounds. Neuheisel, same play they had before, but here comes JoJo Heath is out there. Also, Mike Mitchell is out there. He's chasing. JoJo Heath is getting over. Watch Buggs' knees. That ball is in bounds. That's a catch, Jim. Are you kidding me? I thought that was clearly out. His 2 feet. Oh, we're going to see that again, I hope. Look at his 2 feet. His feet came down before his knees is what you're saying. In bounds. However, it is third down and 5. behind, and look at the speed of Pete Caton, number 77. Another end that just joined them from Canada. And it looks as though Donald Dykes might have been shaken up on the play at the 27. Neuheisel picks up the first down. Pete Caton should be able to catch him because he fell down going into the backfield. He never got to Neuheisel. Here's Neuheisel. The coverage is there, but everything opens up. The linebackers are dropping way off. Now on the left of Neuheisel, not really fleet of foot, but here comes Caton, number 77, does not quit, gets back in there. And the reason that Dykes feels a little bit bad is because Lanal Fee, number 80, came back and drilled him. All right, we're going to show this again. What happened when you said he was inbounds. You watch the feet this time. That's what I'm going to do because you were talking about the knees. Now call it. Here's the ball coming. Look at his feet. Hit, then the knees go down. He's in bounds, Jim. His feet are in bounds. Then his knees hit. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just simply going to say it's first down at the 27-yard line. If we have, I say it all the time, Paul, and I mean it. If we have to look at it a couple of times to ascertain whether he is in or out of bounds, tough call. Oh, it's a terribly tough call. It certainly is. Judgment calls. He's got to look at the ball. He's got to look at the speed. He's got to look at his knees. 30 seconds to go in this quarter. Neuheisel cutting inside, putting the ball down, and knocked away from Hackett. A fine play back there by number 34, Calvin Eason. And it's second down and 10 with 23 seconds to go in this first quarter. Jim, Calvin Eason is right there. Look at Hackett is waiting and says wide open. And the ball is laid out. It gives you an idea of the speed of Eason. Eason just caught up with Hackett and caught up with the football. A year ago, Texas did not have a single team in the USFL. Now they have two, and they're meeting for the first time. And by the way, with this frigid weather, this game is not blacked out in the San Antonio area. For those of those who are in the comfort of their own home watching, welcome. And there's Stamper with room to spare. Stamper gets the first down inside the 20. You know, you talk about the game that Houston had with Tampa Bay losing 20-17 in the West. Houston is still last in defense. Watch number 63, Arlen Thompson, come out. He's pulling out. He's the guy that gets the block for Stamper. You're going to see him stay with it. There is the block by Thompson, and he makes the block, and Stamper goes down and picks up the first down. 6 seconds to go, and the clock has been stopped. And we'll remind you that we'll be down in Tampa Bay this Saturday night. They're expecting well over 40, and they say it could go higher than 50. I hope so, after the effort that Jacksonville gave yesterday against the New Jersey Generals, and everybody knows that Tampa Bay is now 2-0, beating this Houston team, and then going out and beating George Allen's Arizona Wranglers. Great game. Oh, it sure was. We've seen some great games in the United States Football League early in the season, which is, to me, it really is surprising, especially with the expansion teams. Well, I have seen other games as you have, watching television, but I have done 3. This is the 3rd, this is the 4th in 8 days. The 3 that I've done, they were lopsided going in as far as the odds makers was concerned. 2 were decided by 3 points, another by 2 points. That's the kind of football I've seen in person. And this one is 7-6 with the first quarter just about the end with 6 seconds to go. It is a first down at the 16-yard line for San Antonio. They are the underdogs in this game, playing at home, sending Danny Buggs wide to the left, and Lanal Fee comes to the right. Seconds on that shot, that play clock, but he gets it away. Neuheisel drills the ball in the middle of many people, and can you get up? Lanal Fee. Or is it going to be a little bit trouble for JoJo Heath to get up? That was quite a collision. Mike Mitchell, JoJo Heath, and Lanal Fee all brammed together, a little like an infielder going out, the outfielders coming in baseball. A dangerous play. All 3 converged. And they're down 2 of the 3. You want to talk about hitting in professional football or any football? JoJo Heath and Mike Mitchell hit Lanal Fee. All 3 men right there. Mitchell gets up. JoJo Heath doesn't. Lanal Fee doesn't. Lanal started to get up, but when you see how he gets hit here, you wondered why he started to get up. He was good just to lie back down. Look at this. Well, Mitchell didn't get that much of a shot. He got Fee from the back, but JoJo Heath took the blunt of everything. He took both men on. I'm called, working on Linnell Fee is a man they're working on because JoJo Heath is walking off the field under his own power. Linnell Fee's not a big man, 5'10", 173, and he got sandwiched. He scored on the 76-yard touchdown pass earlier in this quarter. Now Linnell is going to try to make it to his feet. Help. Little help, a little woozy, but at least they're not working on any joint at all. That'll be a loss, but maybe he'll be able to come back.
Can you believe that play only took 4 seconds?
That's what the clock said. Went from 6 to 2. Now we still have 2 seconds to go in this an elongated first quarter. Rodney Parker on Tennessee State. Play with the Eagles has replaced Fee. He's wide to the left. Bugs to the right. Second down. Neuheisel got a run. Never get far, but everybody was double. They only had 2 wide receivers in the end zone. The tight end Leonard made it there as the quarter ends. And an exciting quarter it's been. San Antonio leads by 1, 7-6. They have run out of time.
They did.
They ran out of time.
What happened is that the Houston Gunslingers, San Antonio Gunslingers, Houston Gamblers, they started moving around like they were going to blitz. Neuheisel called an audible. Roberts, number 43, moved over. By the time he got there, time ran out. But the interesting thing in this is you go to the sidelines, you call a play. Because there is at the quarter. Now you come back on the field, Jim, and you should have that play ready, except you're not prepared for the defense that's there. And all of a sudden you read something.
Looking at statistics, a 38-yard advantage for San Antonio. Even though Houston had the ball longer, San Antonio leads by a point. Third down and 15 from the 21. Neuheisel rolling this way, getting pursuit from behind, and in trouble. Throws the ball, and toward a man. Pete Caton was after him. And Neuheisel threw the ball, and Bonner came back. He was within 4 or 5 yards of it, so it was a legal throw and not intentionally grounding the ball.
Look at Tony Fitzpatrick. Now, he's playing tackle. They're in a 4-3 this time. Tony Fitzpatrick is being blocked on the other side by Williams and Thompson. When you get double teamed, this isn't face mask, is it?
Not much.
Well, that's away from the play. And I'm not making excuses for the officials because they're looking at the ball. They're looking at the quarterback, Neuheisel, running with the ball.
McNamara, this will be a long attempt for him of 44 yards. He had one last week, but this one of 34 yards. 44-yard field goal attempt for McNamara. Gets the ball up. Does it have enough foot and direction? No. Missed the 44-yard field goal attempt. 14:29 to go in the first half. It's still 7-6. San Antonio leading Houston. Who's won 2 games in the last minute, are 2-0. Oklahoma 1-1. Houston playing tonight, and San Antonio playing tonight 0-1. And Chicago had a difficult time yesterday as they went down and were blown out by Memphis 23-13 in a rainstorm. Don't shoot that thing at us, please. All of them on the sidelines, you saw us in the opening, and they haul out these 30-30s and shotguns and fire them into the air. Here's Kelly on first down. Kelly coming back for the play on a good play is McGee. Came back to the ball and gets it out near midfield.
Jim, we saw a drop back pass by Kelly, something we didn't think we were going to see. But he has so much confidence in his arm, Kelly. Watch what he does, and McGee's going to come back to it. Here's Kelly, drops out, goes for out to the left, not a lot. Now he can run. Look at this ball he throws to McGee, coming back to the quarterback, and then when you get McGee with the ball, he can still run.
Remember that Houston nearly always plays with 4 wide receivers. And San Antonio, no matter whom they're playing, nearly always plays with 5 defensive backs. Only 2 linebackers and 4 down linemen. There's Kelly again looking, and he has overthrown his man, Greg Moser, number 85. By the way, talking about Memphis knocking off Chicago, I'm sure you've heard the good words. Marcus Dupree, that's been ironed out. He's joining Rawdins with a big salary, and Steve Young, the quarterback of BYU. If you believe what you hear on SportsCenter and around the country, $40 million over 43 years. His contract will run out in the year 2027. And the bad news is that Craig James, fine running back with Eric Dickerson at SMU, now with the Federals, was lost for some time with knee injury, suffered in yesterday's game with Philadelphia. But Tom Mees will have a lot to say about the USFL at halftime. From the 49, second down and 10. Kelly hands off and straight ahead goes Harrell, and Harrell is picked up about 8 yards, moving inside the 45 to the 43. Maurice Tyler, who lost his starting job to Mike Ulmer, apparently has regained it because he came up to make the stop, number 42.
Bud Choate, the man you called throughout the whole first quarter. Here's number 55. Played for Denver last year, Denver Gold. Bud Choate reading the draw, comes back in and tries to sacrifice his body because he knew he was going to get blocked from the inside. Tried to just hit the feet of Harrell, couldn't do it, and Harrell picked up a couple extra yards. Now we got 3rd and 3.
From the 43-yard line of San Antonio. Again, McNeil, the little 140-pound speedster from Baylor, is wide to the left. Again, they hand the ball up to Harrell, who's looking for that first down and gets it inside the 40-yard line. Wrestled down at the 37-yard line. Houston has controlled the ball. Houston has moved the ball, but they're down by a point. Maurice Tyler again made the stop.
Remember I talked so many times about guys keeping their feet moving? Now, Harrell doesn't have great blinding speed, but watch his legs. Just watch the legs of Harrell on this play. He's the man that picks up the first down. Keeps his legs moving, keeps driving the whole time, and then finally Tyler makes the tackle, but he'd already made the first down. That just ends up 100% football.
Linnell Fee has been taken to the locker room. Word we get is, it is his left knee. Nothing definite on how bad. That's Johnson in motion. Coming back, there's McNeil, a little 140-pound speedster. He can fly and he may have the first down. Inside the 35, inside the 30, down to about the 26.
Jim, I talked about Harrell not being extremely quick, but great feet, movement. Here's the difference. This is McNeil out here. Number 13 comes right to the quarterback, a little slip screen to the outside to the wide receiver. Now watch him move it. Right now he starts hauling. He's looking for his block to the outside. It's Frank Khalil, number 67, and he picks up almost, well,
they're going to measure. By the way,
he has it.
We're talking about McNeil out of Baylor, as you can see there, 5'8", 140 pounds. That's right, 140 pounds. But he was an All-American at Baylor and set every single Baylor receiving record. This 140-pounder, now a rookie with Houston.
But not only can he catch the ball being out there by his lonesome, you send him across the middle, and I guarantee he'll catch the ball.
Well, Linnell Fee wishes he weren't across the middle that last time. He's in the locker room after that collision with the knee. First down, as you saw, and placed the ball at the 27-yard line. 11:45 to go in the half at 7-6. Houston trails. Houston's got the ball. Is having a big night. They keep handing the ball to him, but he's not going to get away with this one. He's going to lose a yard, perhaps. Gang tackled, nothing inside. He moved to the outside, and Jim Bob Morris and Peter Rayford came up to make the stop of Harrell. Peter Rayford, by the way, good cornerback, had 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery for a touchdown in the opening game against New Orleans, but his real name is James Edward Rayford. How come Peter Rayford? His grandfather called him Peter Cottontail. So everybody started calling Peter Cottontail, and became Peter Cottontail Rayford, and Peter Rayford, and James Edwards on his birth certificate, but no place else. He signs with Peter.
I don't want to tell you what my grandfather called me.
From the 28-yard line. Second down, 11 to go. Sanders in motion. And Kelly dumps it over the middle of Harrell, and a fine play there by Rich D'Amico. Number 51, charged earlier with a personal foul. This time comes in and makes a clean and good tackle.
Bud Choate and D'Amico, they're going to be all over the field all night long. They're 2 very fine inside linebackers. Here comes Kelly now. And this is that screen play. You see Harrell coming right up in the front, and Kelly's going back looking for Harrell the whole time. Kelly gets out of there, throws the ball away, and now you're going to see from this level Kelly going out, and now he's going to throw it to Harrell, and watch Rich D'Amico come in. Bang, and he's being blocked. Also makes the tackle.
Third down, 11. Johnson, man in motion. Kelly, look out, Kelly. He dumps it off the hands of Harrell. It's 4th down. And San Antonio has held him again. And guess who? Bud Choate was the man that came up to hit Harrell. And it was St. Clair that was after Kelly.
We're doing the Putt Show, Rich D'Amico show. Sinclair is going to put the pressure on Kelly. This play takes a long time. Remember, the defensive secondary, they're covered. Now, Kelly's in trouble, so he's going to try to dump it out here to Harrell. Watch Putt Show. He's right there, 55.
And now a 45-yard attempt to be made by Jeff Buckhouse. He missed the point after touchdown. Tom Dillon, reserve quarterback, to hold. Buckhouse is right in front, and he may have the strong wind mostly behind him. I don't know if it's going to get there. It's going to get there and off to the side only, and that's a second missed field goal, one for each team. The score remains the same. 7-6, San Antonio. 9 minutes, 50 seconds to go. That is a gun that contains, there's another one. Blanks, of course, thank goodness, but they love to have you just walk by looking and saying, hey, look out there to feel it, and pull the trigger behind you. It's up about 83 feet. Happened to about twice down there today. 7-6 Houston, and San Antonio is held and takes over on its own 28-yard line. Little to choose, the only difference, each team has missed a field goal, the only difference, a missed point after. Quick pitch back to Don Roberts, running out of the eye, and Roberts is going to pick up some yardage and get across the 30-yard line, and maybe across the 35. They'll mark it at the 36-yard line. Don Roberts.
Jim, you want to see what a linebacker looks at when he's going down the line, stringing out a sweep? Here comes Mike Hawkins, 57. Young is right next to him, 58. He's stringing it out, and all of a sudden he gets blocked by his own man, Donald Dykes, number 23, runs out of room.
A gain of 8 at the second down and a long 2 yards to go. Mike Hagan, and he's got the first down, except there's a flag as he goes by, and the flag is thrown back at the 35, so you would assume an illegal block or holding. And Hagan's walking back. Hagan played with the Panthers last year, reserve role there. And here goes our referee, Tom White, stepping it off and tell us what happened.
Holding, 61, offense, second down.
That's Rich Garza.
Well, we saw Mike Hawkins. Now let's take a look at Andy Hawkins, the other brother who supposedly is the better player of the two. And he's just following down the line of scrimmage. But the first down was already picked up by Mike Hagan, but it was called back because of a holding penalty.
It was 2nd and 2. As a result of the penalty, it is now 2nd and 12. With that first down wiped out, as Paul said. Neuheisel on 2nd and 12, dropping back, putting the ball way out of bounds, way over the head of Danny Buggs. And it's 3rd down and 12.
We just saw Kelly on that last drive, Jim. He was throwing a pass to the outside. The man was covered, so he threw it out of bounds. Now we're seeing, on this perspective, we're seeing Neuheisel throw the ball away. The young quarterbacks are learning. They're not getting sacked. They're throwing the ball away when there's nobody there to receive it instead of the interception.
Neuheisel said when he saw Walton throwing for New Orleans, he said, I learned more from the sidelines watching him almost than I did in playing in the game. The way he gets rid of the ball instead of eating it and getting all those sacks. 3rd down and 12 to go. And on 3rd and 12, they send Hagan straight ahead, and he gets nothing, and they'll have to kick the ball away. There is a strong wind. The wind chill factor is 21 degrees, and the punter, David Pryor, out of USC, will be kicking into that wind, standing back on his own 11-yard line. 9:15 to go, first half. Deep man is Gerald McNeil, a 140-pounder from Baylor. If I repeat 140 pounds too often, I'm sorry, but he is small. All 10 men coming, the rush is on, and the kick is a poor kick, but let's see what he gets out of it. It's going to be a poor kick for him, so it'll go out of bounds. That is a net kick of only about 17 or 18 yards. 8:51 to go. It is still 7-6 San Antonio, but Houston with outstanding field position. First quarter, 76-yard pass play. Well, now Fee took it in, but he has since hurt his knee. Harrell ran it over from inches out. The extra point was no good, and that's where we are 7-6 with 8:37 to go here in the second quarter. From the 48 of San Antonio, Kelly throws the ball and throws it behind and in back of number 85, Greg Moser. That 18-yard kick just took the ball out to the 47-yard line. What a poor kick for San Antonio. And David Pryor, who was a good kicker, averaging 42 yards a punt.
Just watching Kelly go back to the huddle, Jim, and he's practicing with his arm. I know the young man has a strong arm and he has a lot of confidence in it, but you still don't throw to a man when there's 3 people on him.
Well, one is youth, the strong arm. The other is youth, throwing where you got about 3 people on him. Oh, he's in trouble. Deep trouble. And sacked all the way back to the 45. Remember, the line of scrimmage is the 47 of San Antonio. So that is a loss of 8 yards. It is third down. Frank Case came up to make the sack. Another Penn Stater.
Jim, you know, I talked so many times about the sack. Frank Case gets the sack, but take a look at this offense. This run and shoot is supposed to be designed to throw a short pattern. Kelly, all of a sudden, there's nobody to throw short because the defensive secondary, and I'll keep giving him credit, they're the ones that really cause sacks and gives Frank Case enough time to get to the quarterback.
Jack Pardee's team favored tonight, not by much. They're trailing, not by much, a single point. Third down. 18 to go. Kelly standing back there, moves the ball out, has his man across the way, and Johnson has the first down at the 35. And a flag is down back at the 45, either roughing the passer, I don't think it is, or holding, and that would nullify all of that. Let's just see what happens.
There's a call on number 78, Mike St. Clair, I think.
Well, they're coming back this way.
To pick up the flag.
No, the players are coming back. Now they're pointing the other way. You're right. Now they're going the other way. Everybody turn around and go the other way.
And this is where he was hitting or doing something or face mask or whatever with one of the offensive linemen because the quarterback no longer was there, I don't think.
Tom White.
Rest in the face mask after the completed pass. Number 78, tackle on penalty, first down.
Tack it on, Mike St. Clair. That moves the ball down to the 30-yard line. Well, Houston can say turnabout's fair play. We had a winning drive kept alive by a penalty away from the ball last week. There's a drive we hope we'll score on, kept alive by a penalty away from the ball. Here's Kelly on first down, handing the ball up to Harrell, and Harrell gets a couple of yards down to the 33-yard line with Pachoke hanging on again, number 55. You can also see Frank Case, 87, getting up. Clock running, 7:35 to go in this first half, which is going to be a long first half. We've had some injuries and an awful lot of throwing.
Now Greg Fields comes into the game. Rich D'Amico comes off the field. Waddy comes off the field. And also number 87, Frank Case, comes off the field. So now they're going to a four-down lineman.
Second down and 8. Greg Fields. There is Kelly keeping the ball, pitching back, and Harrell steps around one man. Oh, this is going to be, I believe, nope, not quite a touchdown. Coming out very quickly was number 24, Larry James, and perhaps saved the inevitable because Harrell made one fine move at about the 13-yard line, and I thought sure he'd go on, but James was in the end zone and came out.
I haven't seen this since college football, but it's refreshing. Kelly, the quarterback option, going down the line of scrimmage. Fields is number 79. Kelly options him. Fields goes down. There's Pachoke coming over. He can't get to it. Bedford's the man that misses Harrell. Harrell's there, and coming out of the end zone, Larry James, number 24, to save the touchdown.
First and goal to go. Put the ball on the 1, and Kelly takes it for a touchdown. And Houston goes ahead. Set back as they were by a sack. Kelly scores from 1 yard out. With 6:19 to go, and the Blues are not for San Antonio, but for officials. You don't want to wear the striped shirts. No matter what you do, somebody's going to boo.
They're going to go for 2. Just watch the hit that Kelly takes after he goes over. Rich D'Amico and Puccio came in and just hammer him. Now, right there, it does not look like Kelly made it over. It's the first thrust did that ball get over. They're going to go for 2.
How to get back that extra point they lost. By the way, Linnell Fee has a strained left knee. They are going to X-ray it. He of San Antonio has the Gunslingers only touchdown. 2-point conversion attempt. Kelly put it right there to Harrell, and he steps into the end zone, and very quickly it is 14-7. As the 2-point conversion is good, 6:19 to go, trailing all the while. Houston goes in front by 7 by a touchdown. Neuheisel now down for the first time, back by 7, not good field position. He'll start from the 16.
I felt sorry for Bonner that time. The ball was kicked so deep and the wedge set up so close up around the 25-yard line. He never could get back to it, Jim, and by the time he got there, there were all white jerseys looking in his face. Rodney Parker filling in for Fee is wide to the left, and Danny Bugs to the right. Stamper and Bonner on the setbacks. This is Bonner carrying the football and getting some good yardage across the 20 to about the 23. He picks up 5 or 6 yards, and it is second down. Tackle made by Will Lewis. There's Jim Kelly, out of the University of Miami. Big feature story in the national publication. He and his brothers. Number 1 pick by Buffalo, as we said, option for the USFL at Houston. Will you quit saying that?
Well, I know you live in Buffalo.
Stop.
You're upset enough about that. And Joe Cribbs down at Birmingham. 5:20 to go. First half. Neuheisel, and this is Stamper running down the cellar steps. Didn't even get to the line of scrimmage at the 20. And it'll be third down and 6 to go. Stamper had 8 carries last week, but lost the fumble.
Let's look at, there's Caton over Spivey, number 75, the offensive tackle. Caton is being double-teamed, but the plays to the outside, Kiki Ayala is the man who made the play, along with Ricky Young, the inside linebacker.
Bugs this time comes to the left and Parker to the right. They only carry 3 wide receivers on the San Antonio ball club, and one of them is hurt. Bonner's the man in motion. This is third down, remember. And Neuheisel in trouble! Being run down from behind by Diallo. Number 31, the outside linebacker on the right side. A rookie out of Texas.
It was blitz all the way by Kiki Diallo. He did this so many times at Texas, but watch where he has to come from. He is coming from the right of your screen. He'll show you the speed. Neuheisel sets up. Diallo is right there.
David Pryor back to kick from his end zone into that wind. Remember the last time his poor kick gave Houston outstanding field position. Even a good kick this time will give the Gamblers good field position, and they're coming again. They got all 10 people up there. Low snap from center. Gets it away. Line drive. This is better. This is better. Ball taken there by McNeil, and he gets back to the 40-yard line. But still, with 4:02 to go in the half, this is going to be excellent field position for Jim Kelly.
Jim, we're going to take a look at the punter, David Pryor. He had a 17-yarder before. Now listen, it goes off the turf, but watch the concentration. He stays with the ball, gets his head down, the toe pointed down, and gets a great kickoff.
Wasn't that a beautiful picture from the Gator Bowl yesterday? Jacksonville being edged in the last moments by New Jersey. Well, Jacksonville goes on to play the undefeated Tampa Bay Bandits, and you'll see it Saturday night live here on ESPN. First down, Kelly just aiming now and gets the ball out to McGee. Kelly stood up, nobody came up to McGee, and he simply rifled the ball out and picked up 5 quick yards. Second down and 5 to go. Tackle made by Jim Bob Morris.
Jim, you know, this offense, this run-and-shoot offense, is ideal for a young man like Jim Kelly. He's got such a strong arm, and he's got quick feet to get to the outside. And what it does, it opens up the whole defensive secondary. Running back to drop back, you lose sight of what's going on downfield, but sprinting out, you have it there all the time.
Sanders hasn't caught a ball yet, and that ball is overthrown past Richard Johnson. second-year man out of Colorado. And you can see D'Amico, the coverage over there. And it'll be 3rd down and 4.
I know they have this play, the Houston Gamblers have this play in their repertoire, where Kelly would roll to his left like that and then come back and screen back to the right side. Right now, San Antonio, every time he rolls, they're flooding that whole area on that side. Don't be surprised to see a screen pass.
3:09 to go in the half. The only score by San Antonio is they're going to mark off 5 yards here. Tom White will tell us why.
Illegal motion, number 80 on the offense.
That's Sanders.
2nd down.
Oh, instead of 3rd and 5, let's make it 2nd down. Started to say that San Antonio's only score came in the first quarter. That was a beauty. Somebody missed the coverage. Larnell Fee, since hurt, took it 76 yards on the pass to Neuheisel in the score. Since that time, it has been all Houston, and they lead 14-7. They're just doing this all day long out here. Just stepping up and throwing this time to Scott McGee again, 2nd time. I guess Scott said if they're going to play off me like that, keep on throwing it to me.
Well, Peter Rayford's out there, number 20, and also Jim Bob Morris is out there. Here's their secondary. 5 defensive backs, 2 linebackers. Take a look at it. Come back out here and they throw to McGee, that real short play. You've got Peter Rayford, the left corner, off. He's staying off. And Jim Bob Morris is a linebacker, safety, whatever you want to call it, is supposed to get to the outside. And that pass, as you say, they throw it all day long.
Greg Moser has replaced McGee. And that's the same play over here. Only this time it's Moser who replaced McGee. And that's the 1st down. Move the ball down the inside the 25-yard line. And they will spot it at the 23.
Sitting at home, you say, well, if that's what they're going to do, then why doesn't Peter Rayford or Vance Bedford come up on the man on the corner right away? Well, as soon as that happens, what's going to happen? McNeil, number 13, McGee, number 88, Moser, number 85, they're going to take off and get a touchdown.
Well, we're going to take off, too, because that's the 2-minute warning that has been called here. 2 minutes to go to the half, and Houston out in front of San Antonio here to Alamo Stadium on a chilly, chilly night by the score of 14-7. McNeil and McGee are the wideouts. McNeil wide left, Johnson in motion. And look at that. Sanders carries the ball for the first time. Ricky is listed as a split back. Last week had 7 catches and 3 carries. Today, that's the first time they've thrown or given the ball to him.
Ricky Sanders is split back, slot back, whatever you want to call it. They just bring him back in motion, not in actual motion when a play is snapped, and they hand the ball off to him. They got so many people they can hand it off to or throw it to. It scares you.
2nd down and short, 3 yards to go. Inside the 20-yard line. There's Kelly. Kelly going the other way, cutting inside. Flag goes down, and you know what that's going to be. Flag goes down. It looked as though perhaps Boucher was holding on to Frank Capes in the backfield. 2nd and 2 before that started. Now Tom White. Funny thing, it was right there in the open for everybody to see, Paul.
Yeah, that's right. Boucher, number 60, does hold Case, number 87. See Kelly's looking downfield. There's Fields, number 79. He's being blocked to the outside by Robertson, number 70. But you're going to see, there it is right there, right behind Kelly was the hold. You see the flag by the official, and you better get out of the way after you throw the flag.
Offense, 2nd down.
2nd down and long yardage now, better than 10. 12 yards to go. Ball at the 26-yard line. 1:15 to go. San Antonio would dearly love to hold on here and going just down a touchdown. And, of course, you know how Houston feels. 2nd down throw deep in San Antonio territory. Kelly puts it out there, and it is not caught by Sanders. James was the cover man, number 24. 3rd down.
Jim, impressive thing about that pass. Kelly is rolling to his left, and he sets up. He sees Saunders going downfield, but he puts it right on his fingertips and right over top of the defensive man, Larry James. Look at the touch of this man. Here's the play. Watch where this ball hits. Over James and right on Sanders' fingertips. That takes a lot of practice. That's why he's a number 1 quarterback drafted by the USFL.
Third down. And 12 to go with 1:10 left. Neal wide left. Moser to the right. Remember, there are two other spot marks in there. Here comes one on Johnson in motion. Kelly back now under pursuit, and he's going to be caught. Or is he? No, he gets away. Case is after him. He may pick up the first down. He's got the first down and is down inside the 10. Jim Kelly with a great individual performance and some neat open field running. Mike Ulmer finally put him down, but it's 1st and goal to go.
You want to say neat open field runner? There's going to be some defensive guys that might smack you in the mouth. Watch these guys go running around, Jim. First, there's Hanna, number 65. Then Fields misses him here. Then you're going to see Gary Don Johnson, 66, is going to get make another miss. And number 87, who is Frank Case, he can't get to him either. And all those guys are laying downfield. Here comes Fields again for the second try. And finally, Homer, number 23, knocks Kelly out of bounds.
57 seconds to go. This ball game is all Kelly. Remember the last time they had the football, he had that option pitch out which worked. And Kelly is a little winded. There's a fellow there by the name of Darrell Mouse Davis. He's talking to Kelly at his shoulder on the other side of him now. And that's why they call all of these wide receivers the Mouseketeers. Mouse Davis, among other things, used to coach Portland State. He sent 14 men to the pros, including a man who used this offense by the name of Neil Lomax, who went to the Cardinals.
There's old Mousy, the man that Kelly's looking down at. And to his Kelly's right is Pardee. Mousy, now I see why they're all, Mousy's small. People, he keeps saying about McNeil, 140. Yeah. I honestly, when I was born, I weighed 140. He had to go to work right away.
Looked like a ball boy in the lobby today. First down and goal to go from the 5-yard line, and Houston would love to go in with a 14-point cushion over San Antonio on this frigid night at Alamo Stadium. San Antonio, the home of the Alamo. And one of the surprising things to out-of-staters is when you come to see the Alamo, you think it's way out in the country. It's right downtown San Antonio.
Jim, we don't know whether Houston has 2 timeouts or not, because in the first quarter when San Antonio was driving, there was a timeout by a team, and we didn't get who it was for.
1 week from tonight, Washington having troubles out at Arizona. Want to now be there. Harrell gets down near the goal line. Second down. And racing in to call time. They have not yet stopped the clock. It's ticked off. It is still clicking off. 43, 42, 39.
They're bringing a power offense in because they're taking all the Mouseketeers off the field.
They've got 1 yard to go. Harrell is in the backfield along with Tom Fowler, number 46. And Harrell does not get it. Now time has been called. D'Amico made the play with 14 seconds left. Now what do you do, Paul? Right? For another time? Because as you said, we don't know how many timeouts they have because the scoreboard clock does not indicate it.
Throw a quick pass to the outside. Watch Rich D'Amico, 51. We've been talking about D'Amico and Choate, but here comes Harrell, and watch the fill job right there by Rich D'Amico. And who's right behind him? But Choate.
Call time is actually a loss of a play. 14 seconds to go. 3rd and 2 on the 2, and Kelly again over talking to his offensive coordinator.
Jimmy have plenty of time to throw one of those quick out patterns. He can roll to his right. You've got the fullback all the time, which is Harrell, number 29. And you've got your other receivers, or Kelly can run. But I think they may be out of timeouts here. It's not on the clock, so we do not know. They say that it was Houston's second, so they might have another one. Now here come the little people again.
Paul, if we had to pick our Menon MVP, which is $1,000 to the outstanding player, $1,000 to the player at the college or university of his choice, it would probably be Kelly of Houston or D'Amico or Choate of San Antonio, or you would put in Harrell in there too. It's offense, what I'm saying, for Houston, and defense for San Antonio. Exactly. Your outstanding player. 14 seconds to go. 3rd down and 2. Sanders in motion.
They'll flood the area.
Kelly faking and makes it for the touchdown. Kelly raised that arm, and that was enough. He made it into the end zone from the 2-yard line.
I love Kelly, but I don't know how long he's going to last in this league. Here comes Kelly. Now they're going to all go to the left. Sam Harrell is right out in front of him. Harrell is out in front of him, 29, and Kelly just puts the fake up, freezes D'Amico, 51, the linebacker, and dives over for the touchdown.
You can say you don't know how long he's going to last, but that's kind of the new thing, and even in the NFL, they have the Joe Theismann type quarterback, the Montanas that can move around from side to side. Kelly can do that. Rockhouse comes in. He had missed an extra point before, but does not now. And with 9 seconds to go, San Antonio, which led 7-0, now finds itself trailing 21-7.
All right, look at Kelly, Jim. Here comes the offensive line. They just fire out. You're firing out right on Hannah right there. And then Kelly goes out. He's got 4 receivers out, remember now. He also has Sam Harrell in front of number 29. That little fake throws D'Amico long enough for Kelly to get the ball over the goal line.
Houston has been able to move the football, but since the first quarter, San Antonio has not been able to move the football. That's the bigger problem. They get the ball and punt it right back. One of the punts was a 17-yarder, which led to the second score.
We talked with Coach Gill, thank you, and he told us about this game. He said, what we have to do offensively is take the ball, run the clock out, drive down the field and score, and then get the ball back within 3 downs and keep this Houston Gamblers offense off the field, and it is a gambling offense. They named them right.
They've hardly picked up a first down in the last 10 minutes of play, the San Antonio Gunslingers. And as we've described to you, the weather here is absolutely frigid, especially if you're used to 60-degree nights instead of 21-degree minus chill factor nights. It's a tough night for them to take. Got to hope things get better in the second half. Picked up by one of the up men and not going very far. Scott Stamper picked it up. Over 5 seconds to go. You wonder if Neuheisel will just run it out. There it is. 38 yards, 10 plays. Took nearly 4 minutes. Kelly took it in.
Jim, you run it out here because you don't want to gamble on any kind of an interception. I think you'd run it out because they do get the ball back in the second half.
In any event, remember, Fee is not playing, so that is Rodney Parker wide to the right and Danny Buggs to the left. Neuheisel's going to run it out. There goes Robertson. He's running very well, isn't he? But they'll play center field on him, and that's the end of the half. They burst by the line of scrimmage, but they were waiting for him. The half is over. The first quarter belonged mostly to San Antonio. Since late in the first quarter, it's been all Houston, and they lead 21-7 at the half.
Stadium in San Antonio, Texas. The Houston Gamblers having things much their own way in the first half. Jim Kelly and company leading 21-7. The big story today from the United States Football League, in case you were out of the country, be advised that Steve Young, the All-American quarterback from Brigham Young, has signed a $40 million, 43-year contract, a lifetime deal with the Los Angeles Express. We'll be back with more of our halftime coverage on Monday Night USFL, with Houston leading 21-7. Let's take a quick look over the first half statistics. You can see in passing yardage, Houston has a big advantage, nearly 50 yards there. Rushing yardage, also a big advantage. So the total yards, also a big advantage. Turnovers, 1 apiece. And look at the first downs, 12 for Houston, 4 for San Antonio. In short, it has been all Jim Kelly and his offensive coordinator, Mouse Davis, and the Houston offense in the first half. San Antonio is going to find some way, or have to find some way, to shut down Houston, then get a couple of big plays to get back in this ball game. Let's see if that will happen or if Houston will continue its domination. Let's go back to San Antonio. Paul McGuire and Jim Simpson.
A cold, chilly night in San Antonio, and the Gunslingers are just as cold. The Houston team had a little difficulty getting started, punted after 3 plays the first time. They were stopped after 6 plays on the second time and taken over. Then they got it rolling. The first touchdown by Orell going over. They missed the 45-yard field goal, and then a couple of touchdowns by Kelly, capping it off. That great finish of his. As a matter of fact, Kelly scored the last 2 touchdowns.
All right, San Antonio started out very well, Jim, in the first quarter. First time they had to punt the ball, but then they scored the touchdown. That long play to Fee. But take a look at it afterwards. They just not moved the ball.
Statistically, as Omer's about to get this ball, San Antonio only threw the ball 6 times, and the flag down as Omer's coming this way. Tom White is our referee tonight. And they were offside. And now they'll check. I would imagine with the ball all the way across the 30-yard line out to about the 34, that's what they'd rather have.
Kicking team, penalty decline, first down.
155 yards. Go ahead, Paul.
Look, comparison between Kelly and Neuheisel. Kelly had a little slow start, 13 to 22, 2 of 6 times. And those are 2 rushing touchdowns by Kelly.
And look at that, 84 yards, 76 of those on one play to Fee for a touchdown. And of the 155 total yards that San Antonio got, 76 on that one play by Fee, who may, well, we're not quite sure of the extent of his knee injury, but it's not supposed to be good. Right ahead. For a yard or 2. Roberts. We now understand. I was distracted there for a moment. We do have the word on Lionel Fee. He will be operated on that left knee tomorrow. And that is bad news. They only have 2 wide receivers on the field right now. That is Buggs to the left, and Parker, replacement for Fee, is to the right. One of them goes down, and they're in real trouble. Second down, and flag goes down. Lots of time left on the clock, so somebody must have moved in the offensive line. San Antonio having a very difficult time getting on track since that
Ball start, 61, offense.
That's Rich Garza.
Second down.
They'll move it back 5 yards. It'll be second down and 15. All inside the 30 at the 29-yard line.
You know, ever since that one drive, the touchdown, Jim, as you said before, with San Antonio, and that was that long pass play, 76 yards, they really have not done a thing offensively.
I'm amazed that Neuheisel has only thrown the ball 6 times. I was unaware it was that few times. There he is. Drills the ball to the sidelines to Rodney Parker, who is out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It is third down and about 3 to go. Parker out of Tennessee State played with the Eagles, and they got him from another Philadelphia team, the Stars, recently.
That was a nice pass by Neuheisel and a good route by Rodney Parker. He went down about 11 to 12 and broke it off the outside. The ball was right there.
Now Buggs and Parker go wide to the right. First time they've had, well, it's going to be Parker in motion, so the wide receivers will not be on the same side of the line of scrimmage. And here comes Bonner, and Bonner's got the first down. Marcus Bonner out of Texas A&I moves into Houston territory before Joe Heath makes the stop at the 49.
That's a pretty play to get something going now, even after a penalty. Bonner coming up the field, and you're going to see that the guard's pulling. You've got Garza and Thompson pulling to the outside. Garza gets a block on the outside on 57, Mike Hawkins. Bonner cuts it up to the inside. Joe Heath makes a tackle, but not before they got the first down. It's a well-executed play, Jim.
Joe Heath goes off, and Hollis Hall will replace him. I don't know whether it's equipment or what. There's Jim Kelly, who has passed and run his team to a 21-7 halftime lead. But that's why they have the brief officials timeout to get Heath off the field. First down. Oh, what a hit. That was Mike Hagan not going anywhere because Ricky Young just put it right to him. Young out of Oklahoma State.
Yeah, when you see a play like this, you don't know whether there was a blitz on by the linebacker, but watch 58 Ricky Young just fill the hole. He sees the guard move, the tackle never came down on him, and Ricky Young just hammers Mike Hagan.
Young played for the champion Panthers a year ago. Second down and 10. Neuheisel, former UCLA quarterback, taking time, getting it out. Oh, he's got Hagan there, and Hagan couldn't track it down. Hagan slowed up, and Neuheisel threw it while he was on the run. And then by the time Mike got into second gear, it was past him.
Well, first of all, the protection is just super on the right-hand side. That's Williams and Thompson on the right-hand side blocking. Williams 71, Thompson 70 or 63. And Neuheisel just steps back up in the pocket. No problems at all. He had Hagan downfield, Jim. The linebacker, number 57, Mike Hawkins, is the only one that's even close to him. He's not staying with the back. You're going to see Hollis Hall come into your picture right to the right, but that was late.
But you saw Hagan stop and then start again. He was turned around. Neuheisel had him in view, but it's third down, and Neuheisel is down. All the way back at the 45-yard line, they'll have to kick the ball away on 4th down and 16. So what might have been is not. Cleveland Crosby makes the sack of Neuheisel. And Houston, which had the ball for the majority of the first half, will get it back again, leading by 2 touchdowns. David Pryor, look at this punting average. Not good at all tonight. He has not kicked well at all. One of them was a 17-yard kick, and that set up a Houston scoring drive. Sanders, McNeil, the deep men. Pryor, flag down. McNeil calls fair catch at the 23-yard line, but remember we said a flag went down on the far side of the field.
The up man, which is Mike Hagan, number 34, moved. He was a corner man. Once you're set, you can't move. He moved just before the ball was snapped, and it's going to be offside. I don't know whether he refuses it or not. The way Pryor's kicking, they're going to bring it back. Sure. The best kick he had was the one he took off the turf in the end zone.
I'll move it back. It was on the 46. Move it back to the 41. Have him kick it again. And remember, he's also kicking into a wind. The wind is almost a crosswind, but if it is going from one end zone to the other, it's more likely into the face of Pryor, the punter.
Illegal motion, number 30 on the offense, 4th down.
Pryor standing all the way back on his 25-yard line, and they're not standing too deep for him on the punt. They're only about 30 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, the 2 safety men. So that is hardly great respect if he booms one. And he gets one, backing them up. McNeil all the way back to the 16-yard line and falls down, and they're on him right there as he gets up to the 19-yard line. 12:14 to go, 21-7. Houston leads San Antonio, but the Gamblers have the ball back again. USFL on ESPN is brought to you by Ford and your local Ford dealer. We invite you to see the 1984 Ford cars and trucks. Have you driven a Ford lately? 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Sparse crowd, cold night, Alamo Stadium, San Antonio, Texas, where much of the press has been less than friendly to the ownership and management of this expansion San Antonio team. Kelly flips the ball to Johnson, and Johnson's got a first down. Tripped up by Larry James, number 24. And Putt Choke was also in on the tackle. But that's the first down. Move the ball across the 30-yard line, and Houston shows the ability to move the football. Jim Kelly out of the University of Miami. Hurt during that last year. 14 of 23. That's not bad. Better than 50%. Johnson in motion. And the Gamblers are in gear. Out here to Johnson. Look out. There's another one of those collisions. Wow, Johnson took the ball, and Peter Rayford hit him head on as the ball got there.
Johnson is funny. Number 2, he's up shaking hands with Rich D'Amico. All right, here's Kelly's he's waiting just a little bit too long. I don't know whether he's waving Johnson up. Here comes Johnson. Watch Rayford. Watch the collision right there in the head. Both men got up. And the funny thing, Johnson, when he's going back to the huddle, shook hands with Rich D'Amico.
Well, it must have affected him because it was not D'Amico that hit him, as we all know. He got the wrong man. There goes Sanders in motion. On 2nd down and 7, Kelly looking to throws, and he's got a man over here. That's number 88, Scott McGee, and McGee's got another first down. Jim Bob Morris made the stop. Now keep in mind what Paul and I said. I hope you were with us at the beginning of the show, in that Houston always uses 4 wide receivers. They say there are times when they're all 4 on the same side of the field. We've not seen that yet.
Look at the wide part of the field, Jim. You're looking at 5 defensive backs. Now, McGee is at the bottom. Kelly's going to throw the ball almost totally across the field. Gives you an idea of how strong his arm is. Number 28, Jim Bob Morris, cannot get there. Neither can number 20, Peter Rayford, get there.
First down from the 49. Houston leading by 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. Kelly, he got running in. As he got run, flag goes down, however, as Kelly goes down at the 40-yard line. Discussion here at halftime among many of us in the broadcast booth, not only members of the ESPN broadcast crew, is gee whiz, Kelly running as much as he does and running the option play. He's running a little bit too much, was the opinion of many people. I think he's liable to get hurt.
That's true. I just don't like to see that. I think it might be on Robinson, number 70. Now they're pushing and shoving in the huddle.
Tommy Robinson is number 70. Let's see what Tom White says, the man who is a guilty party.
Holding. Center on the offense. First down.
Center, that'll be Frank Khalil. Look at this. We're going to look at the linebackers. D'Amico's up inside. Putchot is there. D'Amico's going to blitz. Not a full-scale blitz because he's got to read the back. He gets caught to the inside. And one of the things, you see the flag being thrown there. Here comes Schott and D'Amico. Schott's the man that makes the tackle. But one thing that happens, Jim, when his quarterback starts to scramble, all of a sudden the offensive lineman, now they got to hold their blocks just a little bit longer, and consequently you're going to get a lot of holding in the offensive line. I think you will anyway.
First down and 20 from the 41-yard line. They're after Kelly, but they can't get to him. He's faked a couple of times. Now still trying to get away. And look out, Kelly. He's still away, and down he goes. It was Mike St. Clair that finally got to him. Problem is, if you get enough shots at you like that so often, one of them is just going to really take you down.
Mike Sinclair not only made the tackle on him, but picked the shoe up and threw it away. Watch Mike Sinclair. He misses one time. Now, right here, at 78, watch what he does. You talk about hustle by a defensive lineman. He's the man that comes back, tackles Kelly, afterward picked up his shoe off of him, and threw it down to the 10-yard line.
And referee Tom White said, start the clock, and the linesman along the side stopped the clock. The official on the sidelines and went over and told Tom White that one of the opponents had thrown that shoe way down, and Jim Kelly had to go down and get it, which he now has. And now they'll start the clock with 9:40 to go. 21-7, third quarter. And Houston, the leader since midway through the second quarter.
That was a nice throw by Sinclair. The shoe, though, I mean, it was straight, Jim. The wind didn't bother it at all.
Moser to the right. Kelly looking left, though, and there's a flag down. Not only did Greg Fields out of Canada just joining the team get him, I think he was held and just caught in the grasp of Ernie Rogers. So I believe they will take the play and make it third down and long. They're explaining the options here.
Jim, you're absolutely right about Ernie Rogers, number 73. He is the man that was holding Fields.
Holding. Number 73, offense, penalties decline, third down.
On the 37-yard line, third down and 19 to go. Check that. It's longer than that. It is 23 to go from the 37-yard line. The Gamblers talking to Jack Pardee, asking about this situation, that situation, and he has a stock answer he'll use a lot more times. Heck, we're the Gamblers. He got again.
And it's getting, just one thing that's disappointing, it's getting a little sloppy.
Third down. Johnson, the man running around in motion. Kelly hands off to Harrell, and Harrell gets some of that back out to about the 45. It's fourth down and 16 to go. They'll have to kick the ball away. Ulmer and Jim Bob Morris came over to make the tackle. And now the punter, Dale Walters, will come on the field. Walters out of Rice. Outstanding. 1981, your word punted for so long. 1981, Dale Walters against Arkansas punted the ball 81 yards. Now, I know you get some rolls and everything else, but that's still impressive.
86.
86, oh Kelly. Winslighted is back. Bonner's going to call for the fair catch, but it's going to hit at the 5. And is it going to get in? Yes, it's in the end zone. They now knock it back out. Are they going to say it's back on the 1? No, they're saying it's in the end zone. They come out at the 20-yard line. 21-7. Neither is experienced, and Houston is up by 2 touchdowns, but things are getting a little sloppy, and look out. The momentum could go the other way. Not like that, but Neuheisel steps out of it. There's a flag down, and I'm afraid there's going to be holding again. The penalty is Neuheisel gets out to the 24-yard line. But I'm sure that his blockers did not know that he had escaped and were just trying to protect him. So move it back the other way.
Tony Fitzpatrick that time, the nose guard, had 2 people blocking him, which would have been Davidson, the center, or either Thompson or Garza, either one of the guards. But he just comes upfield, and it was unbelievable. He went right through him, and that's where the holding call was made.
And they will take those 10 yards, moving the ball back inside the 10, put the nose of the ball on the 10, and call it second down and 20.
Holding, 54, offense, first down.
Greg Davidson, the center.
He had to hold Fitzpatrick because he was just coming up the middle. Awesome.
Now what do you do? Neuheisel has only been effective really on 1 pass tonight. That was 76-yarder for the touchdown to Linnell Fee. Other than that, not too effective. Trying to run it out of there with Bonner. Bonner being pursued by Hawkins, and Andy Hawkins runs him down at the 11-yard line. It'll be second down and 19. Andy Hawkins had that great game against Tampa Bay a week ago with 14 tackles. This is the second road game for Houston. They stay on the road next week to go to Chicago. Their home opener will be against the New Jersey Generals and Herschel on Sunday the 18th. Yahoo, Yahoo. Second down, 19. Long count by Neuheisel. Puts it over the middle and overthrows his man. Bonner coming out of the backfield. The man right there with him was number 25, and that is Hollis Hall. Now, to get back to San Antonio, they lost 13-10 here before 18,233 last Sunday. I don't think they're 18,000 here tonight. I'll get back to the schedule in a minute.
Well, let's take a look at Neuheisel when he's throwing the ball. Now, he's throwing it to Bonner all the way down the field. He sees him break clear from Hollis. He's got a delivery, but he didn't look like he stepped up, but he's jumping up because he can't see over the line. He wants holding on Hollis Hall, and that's wrong because he didn't.
Third down and 19. This San Antonio team will go on the road for the first time next weekend, playing at Oklahoma. Need a big play here, or Houston gets it right back. Neuheisel puts it across the middle and has Bonner, but Bonner is just shy of the first down at the 28.5.
You know what I like?
What?
About the play. Same play they threw last time. He knew he had Bonner beating Hollis Hall. So that time he came right back with the same play, and I love the call. Take a look at it. You see Neuheisel going back, and he's looking at Bonner. Here comes Bonner across the middle. He's waiting for him to clear Hollis Hall. The ball is put right out where you're supposed to put it, but Hollis Hall makes a great reaction back after he's beaten to make the tackle and save it from getting a first down.
Now David Pryor will try to get away his first real good punt of the night. Keep Houston out of San Antonio's territory. And this is going to be McNeil. Not going very far. Back to about the 41. 6:47 to go. Third quarter. Live from San Antonio. The Gamblers in charge at the moment. 21-7. 21-7. Houston leads. They've got the ball at their own 40-yard line. First and 10. 6:34 to go. Third quarter. And Kelly's back. Good one comes naturally. If he can get it away. And he cannot. As number 78, Mike St. Clair is in his hair again. A sack on the play. Now, it is 21-7, but remember, it was 21-7 at the end of the half. Since that time, no one has really moved this football.
Offensively. All right, here's Searcy on the right-hand side. He's a right guard, 69. He is supposed to be blocking St. Clair, who made a move to the outside. And Searcy, you see Kelly looking at Searcy saying, what's this man doing in my face?
First time the two USFL teams, brand new from Texas, have met one another at the second game of the second season for the league. They're playing in San Antonio live on a chilly, chilly night. Cold, I think that. Kelly just a little flip out there to Sam Harrell. Harrell is going to get up close and gets the first down across midfield. He just gallops along. Not great speed, but he makes the moves. Vance Bedford and Mike Allman put him down. And Houston again has moved into San Antonio territory.
All right, we saw Bill Searcy get beat before. Now let's take a look at the Bill Searcy we really know. That's a block on Hanna, number 65. Bill Searcy just firing out, cut him off at the knees, and now he's going to get in pursuit. Not a whole lot of pursuit, but he's going to get in pursuit.
Now they're going to move the ball down. And what is this for, Tomlin? Face mask. Now that's more yardage. It takes the ball to the 43. Bill Searcy played with the Stallions, was in 2 NFL camps, and is out of the University of Alabama. This is his 3rd year. The offensive lineman Paul was talking about.
When somebody messes up on a play, they usually come back and they do well. Yeah, they do well.
5:50 left in this 3rd quarter. Richard Johnson in motion. Kelly gets the ball out there. Look out! Sanders goes up high at the 15-yard line and cannot come down with it. Now it is 2nd down and 10.
I'm going to say this again. I know Kelly's got a great arm and he's got an awful lot of confidence in it. But that time when Kelly rolled, Jim, he was just throwing on the run. And to put a ball between 2 defenders and hit your man while he's running across field is very difficult. He did not set himself up to throw the ball. He threw it on the run.
Jim Kelly interviewed a lot since coming to San Antonio. And each time he's saying, I'm learning. I'm learning.
Very nice young man, and he's great PR for the Houston Gamblers.
2nd down and 10 from the 43. Kelly just flips this across and it's almost picked off by Putchote. Sanders was the man he was trying to get it to, and Putchote, he and Rich D'Amico ought to charge time and a half or meet Steve Young's lawyer, one of the two. That $40 million contract Steve signed today.
You're so absolutely right. Putchote and and Rich D'Amico, these 2 young men have just been dominating the defense. They're getting help with the other people. There's great support people in it. But those 2 guys standing right there, they've been all over the field all night long. But let me just say one other thing about that pass to Kelly. He learned something from it. All he had to do was just get it a little bit higher, and Sanders would still be running down the middle of the field.
3rd down and 10 to go. Houston on 3rd down conversions 5 for 9. Now blitz is on. They pick it up. He gets the ball out there to Harrell, and Harrell does not get the first down. Stopped by Putchote at the 36-yard line. Fans are booing because after Harrell went down, the ball popped loose, but he was clearly down. But since Vance Bedford, a University of Texas man, picked it up, they wanted to advance for a touchdown.
And one other thing in a rule, the ground now can never cause a fumble when the man's being tackled. The ground cannot cause it. They're going for this, Jim, on 4th down. They've got confidence in their defense. San Antonio, they have not been able to move the ball offensively unless they're going to take a delay of game here and get him back in punt situation.
Paul, that one pass to the now injured Linnell Fee for 76 yards and a touchdown is the only touchdown that San Antonio scored on offense all year. They scored on defense a touchdown in their first game with the audience, not offense. So they've gone almost 7 quarters with just one. Another pitch out to Harrell. He's got the first down again, down to the 30-yard line. And Houston, we see them run the option play again. Now, Paul McGuire, I remember when the option came up in football, and you take one fella and say, see that quarterback, no matter what he does, you stick him. And don't you think somebody in the pros someday going to do this to Kelly?
We should not talk so much about Putchote because he's the man that should have made the tackle. He was there. Sam Harrell is to the outside. Watch Putty. Overruns it a little, just a wee bit. Harrell cuts back to the inside. Fields, number 79, finally makes the tackle, but they have a first down. You talk about confidence in your offense to make that play. The poor Putt.
First down from the 30-yard line. 21-7. They'll put it out to McNeil. Look out, he's got speed. Cut down. Fine play there by number 47, Raymond Waddy. Fine play to hold him to just 4 yards because he was off and running.
You know, you see a play like that slip screen to the outside to the wide receiver. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere. There's Gil Stanky. And all of a sudden, bang, there he is.
Bill Steinke, 63 years old. Oldest coach in professional football, and he may have grown a little older tonight. night. But maybe he's been around long enough to take these things in stride, but his team needs some offense. 7 quarters almost with just 1 offensive touchdown this year. There's the pump fake, and then he throws to Sanders over the middle. Sanders first down at the 10-yard line. He is stacked up down there by Raymond Waddy again. Kelly now is beginning to do what he wants to do. Go long, go short, little flip passes to Harrell, option plays, and they're moving the ball rather smartly, starting on their own 40-yard line. And ladies and gentlemen, we have lost a lot of lights. Here on the press box side, they have gone out. How about that? I don't know about the light stanchions. One down to my left has gone out. One down to my right is still on. They can play down there, and now the officials, I think, well, our producer director just said there they are, meaning it's on the monitor. We can't see because the monitors are out. So we'll take timeout. 2:58 to go. Alamo Stadium is almost in darkness. We're in the middle of the field. The players have not left the playing field. They're simply back at their benches.
Well, and another thing, too, they got the band. The inside music is playing. And these poor little cheerleaders are down there pumping their hearts out, trying to keep the fans here. They entertain them, and they're moving up and down the sidelines. They're doing a great job.
Well, a year ago down in Tampa Bay, it was not the lights that went out. It was a lightning that came. And for the first time in my memory, the ball game was delayed for about 50 minutes because of lightning. Now it is because of lack of light that this ball game has been delayed. Well, we're going to take leave and check in with what's going on in the world of sports. Then we'll come back for the completion of this game. And let us rejoin Sports Center in a moment. Well, I have seen something like this before. Tampa Bay a year ago when we got lightning out and they had to take the teams off the field because of lightning. But lack of light I have seen before. Now, they're nowhere near fixed, and the word we get because of the type of lights these are, once they do repair them, once they do turn them back on, it will take another half hour before they are warmed up sufficiently to light the field. So the teams are leaving the field to their respective locker rooms, and they, like us, will go on and will come back out and complete this game. The question being, as I look down at the stadium, a lot of fans here realize the same thing, and they're not going to wait until the lights come back on, many of them, and a half hour go by before they warm up again, because it will be then very late. And remember, the wind chill factor is 21 below zero, and that's a little much to ask of a lot of folks. But the teams are leaving or have left the field. Houston's already gone, and we're going to go away again with a score 21-7 Houston, and the lights are out. And that is Sanders, and he's got the first down to the 26-yard line, where Mike Ulmer made the stop. They'll move the sticks. And Houston now, well, since the first quarter, Paul, nearly every time has moved the football just as much as it wanted. Admittedly, there has been a drive or two that has stalled and they kicked the ball away. But they just controlled the football and the game. Now, for the first time, Walter Poole comes in as one of the slot backs or split backs. He's out wide to the right, number 44. Now coming in motion toward you. Got so many flankers there. There goes Johnson, and he's going to get cracked and thrown out of bounds by Peter Redford, number 20. They got so many wide receivers and split backs back there, slot backs, that they have to run around each other when they're running in motion.
Did you see the move that Johnson put on Jim Bob Morris?
Mm-hmm.
He froze him, did a little stutter step, and Jim Bob Morris didn't know where he was going to go, and all of a sudden Johnson broke it back to the outside, but he only got just a little bit beyond the line of scrimmage, about a half a yard.
Second down, Kelly can take his time in the huddle because nearly every pass has been to the sidelines where the receiver stepped out of bounds, or they've run it to the sidelines and stepped out of bounds.
Makes it a long game.
Oh, yeah. But they're looking for their first win ever. He overthrows Johnson there, and it's third down. Remember, neither of these teams have won a game, only this is just the second game of the season. And Jack Pardee said this has to be a good game, and they hope to get Chicago next week.
All right, here's one remaining back. Now, this time it's Fowler, number 46. His job is to get right in front of Kelly and help out on blocking patterns. That's Gillen, who is coming in, number 76, and Fowler taking him on. He just helps up, which I guess the best way to explain it, he picks up the garbage, whatever left over.
McGee comes left, far left, and Moser goes right, far right. Fowler in motion. And this This is third down 10. Here's Kelly, and look out, Kelly. They got him, and that is Mike St. Clair. He's having a good night tonight. Gets him all the way back out to the 40-yard line. It's fourth down, and about 25 to go.
Mike St. Clair beats the right tackle, Tommy Robinson, number 70. Kelly cannot see him now. Now he does, and it's just a little bit too late. When you see St. Clair there, Kelly was rolling to his left. Now watch, look at Kelly. Now his back is totally to St. Clair. He can't see him. And by the time he turns back, all of a sudden you see the big blue jersey.
Yeah, Walter is back to do the kicking. He'll probably aim for one of the sidelines, I would imagine. It's for this one over here, but it's not going to make it. It's going to go into the end zone and will come up to the 20-yard line. 11:27 to go, and a ball game now being dominated by the Houston Gamblers of Jack Pardee. 28-7 the score.
And what Ford is doing, he's taking the short routes. He knows that the Gamblers are going to be playing just a little bit deeper because they have that 21-point lead. So he's going to take exactly what they're giving him, the short routes.
Third down and 5 to go from the 37-yard line. The blitz is on. Ford gets the ball out here and rolling with the ball, and that is a catch. That is a catch by Danny Buggs, and it's a first down.
Jim, this ball is thrown again to Buggs. They're hurrying up. They're coming to the line of scrimmage, but this ball is thrown to Buggs as he's making the break. It's almost on like a blind catch because Buggs is making the break. The ball is thrown. He comes back to the ball, and the ball was perfect.
Less than 10 minutes to go now. The ball's on the 44-yard line of Houston. And Ford is trying to ignite something. Gets it out here, and this may be trouble. It's beyond the outstretched arm of Marcus Bonner. Over there defending was Mike Hawkins, the linebacker. That stops the clock with 9:47 to go. And it'll be second down and 10 from the 44. Yesterday, you just couldn't believe it. Here in San Antonio, Texas, the temperature reached about 80 degrees. And our television crew, there's a flag, and they might have roughed up Mike Ford. Let's see what Tom Wilson has to say about it.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, 58 on the defense, first down.
That's Ricky Young. Got it called on. Hard to say, about 82 degrees, and our engineering crew in setting up for this was, they're perspiring. And today, everybody's freezing. From the 29, first down. Ford delivers it. Buggs can't get it. Fine play by Mike Mitchell at the 10-yard line, getting him a hand in there at the last minute.
Now, if Ford would have been on target with that pass, it would have been a touchdown because Buggs had Mitchell beaten on the play. Buggs ran a direct post pattern, came from the outside to the inside, going away, and Ford was a little bit behind.
Into the ball game comes Scott Stamper, number 30, a running back, and he immediately gave a play to Mike Ford. Second down, 10. The crowd that is here is a noisy crowd. Ford puts it up, and that's going to be intercepted. Oh, he can't hold on to it. That looked like JoJo Heath, just activated. Played with Toronto in the Grey Cup, the Paul and I did up there this year, and later played for BC on the losing side in that Grey Cup.
He was trying to throw the ball right down the middle to Armstrong, and JoJo Heath, the free safety, you'll see why he's called the free safety. This ball hits him right in the hands. Tells you another reason why JoJo Heath is on defense and not on offense. Look at this ball, it's misjudging, and then Armstrong drills him.
Third and 10, with Parker to the left and Buggs to the right. Armstrong remains your tight end. He's on the left side. Ford on third down. Has his man up in the air for grabs. Nobody can get it. Rodney Parker with good defensive work by number 24, Will Lewis.
Will Lewis played that play very well in the corner, and he had Rodney Parker man for man coming across the field. Another slant pattern towards the post, a little bit deeper. When you say post pattern, they're going directly to the post. This was about a 12-yard pattern, and Will Lewis played Rodney Parker as well as you can play anyone.
9.5 minutes left. 28-7 Houston. Third down and 10 San Antonio. Make that fourth and 10. Whoops. He got back. Here's Ford, and he's overthrown his man, Tony Armstrong. Overthrown by 4 or 5 yards, right down the middle. So they take over, meaning Houston. They've got the lead, 28-7. They've got the football with 9:28 to go. And this is an offense that really doesn't run the clock down because it's a passing offense nearly every time. We'll come back to see how Jim Kelly and company operate. A word about the fans here in a moment as Kelly brings them out, meaning Houston, first down at the 29-yard line. And that is Fowler, who's going, rather Rush that has gone in motion. And a play across the middle. And that is broken up by D'Amico. A lot of the fans, once they could not pick up the first down, meaning San Antonio, headed for, well, let's wait for the replay.
We're going to take a look at the center. That's Kidd, number 61. He's the center, and his job is to pick up whatever comes off. And again, I say trash. I'm not anything personal about the player. Gillen was the man, number 76, that he blocked. He just helped out his left guard.
Second down and 10 from the 29. Rush in motion, but they're going to throw it over here to McNeil, and McNeil, well, he breaks the tackle and is thrown out of bounds rather hard by number 24, Larry James. That will stop the clock. What I was starting to say is we were away for a commercial after San Antonio could not drive for the touchdown, and the folks here realized that it's about over. A lot of them got up to leave. They know that San Antonio is losing. They know that they've been very cold tonight. They know that the lights went out for 45 minutes tonight. But they may not know that Lonnell Fee is going to be operated on tomorrow, their number 1 receiver. And they may not know that Rick Neuheisel, the number 1 quarterback, will have to have x-rays to see what's the matter with his left hand. They may not know how bad this night could really be before it's all over for San Antonio. Here's Kelly. Kelly dumps it across the middle and has his man there, and that is Mark Rush. And Rush has a first down, keeping it alive out to the 49-yard line, where James and Morris, they call them outside linebackers, but they're really defensive backs playing up there on either side.
Kelly's laughing. He just patted Mark Rush on the head, number 49. He knows he's got so many weapons and so many people to throw to. When you start concentrating on the outside, then Kelly starts working back to the inside with his slot backs.
And it must be something, Paul, to realize that you really don't have a running attack to control this. You've got to control it with short passes, and they want the clock to get out of here. They want this game to be over, but they still must throw the ball. Such is the nature of their offense. Now they're going to run it one time here. Let's go up the middle and see what happens. And that is going to be Fowler carrying the ball as the flag goes down. Fowler got to the 48-yard line, but a flag went down.
It's going to be against San Antonio, and the umpire is the man that threw the flag, and that's way back deep in the secondary, but that, whether it's piling on or face mask, I don't know. Face mask.
8:25 left. I'll repeat again that Houston stays on the road for the 3rd time. Next week, they go on to Chicago. They don't open at home until their 4th game against New Jersey on the 18th in the Astrodome. And San Antonio, which has been on the road for a couple of, or I should say at home for the last 2 games, losing to New Orleans 13-10.
Number 28 on the defense, still first down.
And losing tonight by the score at the moment of 28-7. They get their first road game next Sunday at Oklahoma. Jim Bob Morris was the man called with the face mask. McGee, wide to the right. And McNeil, they've been getting him into the offense more tonight. Wide to the left. And Poole was in motion. Here's Kelly. Still, here's Kelly. Look at this. All by himself is McNeil. Doesn't he have quick feet inside the 20-yard line? First down, Houston. Down to the 17-yard line.
Larry James was the closest man to McNeil, and that was 30 yards away.
At least.
Kelly was going to roll to his right and throw the football, and he wanted to go deep with this ball. It was first in about 3 yards. Now he faked, comes back to the inside. Here comes McNeil back to the ball. Now watch, Jim. All of a sudden, there are not too many people in the area. Richmond, number 29, I'm sorry, I said before it was someone else. It was Richmond, number 29, that was close, but he was so far off, and Kelly saw him. McNeil, why not give him the ball instead of run?
Rush in motion to the right. Kelly throwing on every down, puts it out there and bounces at the feet of number 44, and that is Walter Poole. They're playing Poole and Rush. And Mike St. Clair got a hand on it. That's why it bounded at the feet of Rush. There's Jack Pardee. He can smile now. Wasn't smiling back in the first quarter when it was 7-0 and then 7-6.
I think somebody might have said on the sideline, "Hey, coach, let's run the ball. Let's get out of here."
They can't do it. They absolutely cannot do it. They got 7.5 minutes to go, and as long as Houston controls the ball, you realize it's going to be nearly a half an hour to play that 7.5 minutes. There goes McGee out to the right and McNeil to the left. Only a few folks left now in Alamo Stadium. Here's Kelly going on every single play. And out there's Poole. And Poole gets down to about the 11-yard line before he's stopped by Mike Ulmer, the safety. Poole, number 44, is out of Southern Illinois. He's not a big man, 5'11", 185.
You know, we talk about there's 5 receivers that he has to throw to coming out of the backfield. Right. He's thrown to all of them a number of times.
We'll have to see how many times he's actually thrown. He's getting 43 times he's thrown already tonight. And remember, the first game against Tampa Bay, he threw 41 times. That was a 20-17 game. They're ahead. Here comes number 44, unless he decides to run with it. Now he's going to put it up in there. Oh, look, all by himself. Hello there. Mr. Moser has a touchdown. Greg Moser, out of Oregon, has a touchdown.
I said they mix it up. He's thrown 4 passes in a row to 4 different people. Moser, when he goes downfield, now we're going to watch Moser all the way. He's coming off the line of scrimmage. And here he is. He's drifting into the end zone. Now he hooks up close, okay, and sees Kelly in trouble, so he just slides across the end zone. Nobody is even close to Moser, and there he is for the touchdown. The man, Mike Ulmer, coming in, was on the other side of the field. He wasn't even part of that play.
Well, there's Kelly. Finally got a touchdown pass out of all this throwing. He scored a couple touchdowns himself, and there's the extra point by Brockhouse. And it is 35-7. Houston, 6:45 to go in the game. The Big East Championship live here on ESPN. On the dead run, ball is taken by number 23, Mike Ulmer, a safety who is playing deep there. Short kickoff, gets the ball back across the 30.
Okay, now we're going to look at the touchdown again. Here's Kelly scrambling around, and he's looking downfield. Moser's the guy that's going to get the ball. The man that was covering at first was number 20, Peter Rayford, and he didn't stay with him. Now we'll see Kelly. He's going to roll out, and Moser was not his primary receiver now because he was looking to his left, rolls out to his right, and then all of a sudden he sees Greg Moser, in the end zone all by himself. And now, Jim, we are going to see, in a few moments, we're going to see the Musketeers, the little pitty guys, little people.
Movement there. You know, we've been talking about all the negative things that have been going on to San Antonio tonight, the injuries, losing the ball game. Let's talk about the positive thing to Houston. Now, they figured that they had Tampa Bay beaten last week, and they'd only lost by 3, and they figured that a call did them in there. They came and stuttered for a round and sputtered for a round for a little while as you look at the scoring drive tonight, but then once that first quarter was over, they took charge. I think it also, we should walk out of Alamo Stadium tonight realizing that Jack Pardee has put together a pretty fair offense and football team.
He certainly has, and with all of those weapons, you're going to drive a lot of defense. Is crazy.
First and 5 from the 36. Ford, look out, ducks, not enough. Down he goes, Ricky Young on top of him. They're just sending everybody now because they know that Ford, like Jim Kelly, who does a choice, Ford must throw now.
Oh, he must throw, and they're going to just unload on him. Ricky Young, number 58. You see him right there, but watch him here. Don't look at him there. He just unloads. He waits for the guard to move out. Rich Garza, he goes right by Garza, and he gets help from Andy Hawkins, number 59. Ford goes down.
If you just tuned in, this game was delayed 45 minutes because some of the light stanchions went out. And we had to wait for them to be fixed. And there's a throw over the head of Danny Buggs. And it is third down.
Not only was it over the head of Danny Buggs, but Danny wasn't about to go up going into the middle knowing that if he had stretched out,
he could have ended up like Fee. Lonnell Fee, who's going to be operated on tomorrow. 3rd down and 13 to go. I would venture to say out of the crowd that was said to be 10,000 tonight in this frigid weather, that maybe 200 or 300 remain here at this late hour in San Antonio. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's Ford. And trying to get to this is Bugs again. He was double teamed. Mitchell was with him stride for stride, and JoJo Heath was giving help toward the end of the play, and they'll have to get rid of the ball. They will punt this time. They don't want to give it up inside their own 30-yard line. 6:07, and you know, with Houston getting the ball, as you've said many times, 6:07 will not run off the clock. There's McNeil. He has shown flashes tonight, and they're convinced, despite his small size, 5'8", 140 pounds, that he will be a very important part of their team, returning kicks and catching the ball. Fire kicks the ball away. And McNeil's not going to call for a fair catch. They're bearing right down on him. Down he goes. 5:56 to go, and the Houston Gamblers on the way to their first victory in history. A new quarterback, Todd Dillon, out of Cal State Long Beach on a handoff. And Fowler got a few yards on it. Dillon set 16 different school records throwing the football while at Cal State Long Beach. He is a rookie, 6 feet tall, 195 pounds, just 22 years old. And they're going to save Jim Kelly, who had quite a night. We got to pick a Menon MVP. At one time we're saying Harrell, but Harrell did not play much of the second half. Kelly's been moving the ball along, so Paul and I will get together and see who's going to get that award. Here's Dillon again. Dillon's going to throw the ball, and unable to hang on to it is Walter Poole. And it's 3rd down and 8 to go. 5 minutes, 14 seconds left. And that was an excellent pass. Poole running to, Dillon running to his left and throwing the ball to Poole, and as Poole turned upfield, Dillon hit him right in the hands. There was no reason why he shouldn't catch it. I'm impressed with all the quarterbacks that we've seen. Neuheisel did not have a very good first half, then get hurt, and then they brought on Mike Ford, and I thought Mike Ford looked very impressive in the first drive. There's Jim Kelly. How sweet it is to win, right, Jim? Been some time since he won, since he was hurt his senior year at University of Miami. Dillon throws. Oh, couldn't catch the easy one, but Poole catches the tough one. Behind him, turning around with his right arm. But Choate put him down. They'll move the sticks with 5 minutes left.
Don't you, Jim, you've seen football games for years and years and years, but doesn't it just makes you wonder sometimes. You see Poole come out of the backfield, and Dillon hits him with a nice, easy swing pass that you should catch 99 out of 100. He drops it. Then he throws the ball over his back shoulder. He makes a turnaround catch. It looks impossible for anyone to catch.
He had to concentrate harder on one than on the other, I believe. There's Dillon looking down, swinging the ball out toward Richard Johnson, and it's no good and stops the clock. Chaffetz White was out there covering. 4.5 minutes to go.
I can hear that Houston bench from over here saying, hey, will you run the football, please? And up the middle.
But you know, it's a funny, if people just tuned in now, you would think, watching this series of downs, that Houston is trying to come from behind at 35-7. They're leading at 35-7. But as we said at the very outset, this is their offense. 4 wideouts, throw the football. They only ran it 17 times last week against Tampa Bay, and 4 of those were scrambles by Kelly. So they just don't run the ball.
Well, they have some running plays. They have 3, I think.
Look out. McNeil diagnosed beautifully there by Larry James. And James came up to make the stop.
Larry James finally committed himself to the wide receiver, Gerald McNeil, and James made a great play a little bit too late. Dillon's going to throw this ball. He looks to his right, looks him off, brings it back, and look at James. He's right there, number 24, tackling McNeil. No way can Boucher get to the outside, who is the guard, to help out.
The old Steinke's got quite a week ahead of him. Great work at Texas A&I, but he has lost certainly one of his wide receivers, maybe his top quarterback, and certainly his second game in a row. 3rd down. Poole in motion. 15 to go. Dillon back to throw. Dillon, and there's a diving try by Walter Poole. No good at the 40-yard line, and they'll kick the ball away. Tyler was covering him. And so apparently Ford and company will get the ball back. Effort to make this a little bit closer. It's well out of hand. 28-point lead for the Gamblers.
One thing you could say, the Houston fans, James, is they're going to see exciting football down there. They're going to see the ball in the air 95% of the time.
Dale Walters to kick the ball. Long count, but the clock's not running after the incomplete pass. Rather good kick. Driving back Bonner. And Bonner, wow, he hit as he gets to the 25-yard line. Where it'll be 1st and 10 from there. Next Monday night, Paul and I will be out in Phoenix again, and that's no bad place to go. The Washington Federals will be out there, but they've lost Craig James. They fired their coach Ray Yock. They got Dick Bielski in there. And I would always hate to go face a George Allen team anytime his team was lost, let alone anytime his team was favored to win and lost. So the Federals are liable to have a tough time next Monday night.
Especially when George Allen has a 1-minute commercial out there in Arizona that says we will not lose at all this year, and he already did that once.
By 3 points. Maybe he'll do another one. Here's Ford to throw the ball, and is over the head of the intended receiver, and that's the tight end again, Tony Armstrong. Seems to be a favored target since Mike Ford has come in. That's about the 5th time he's thrown toward Ford.
Oh, we got 3:27 to go, and we know, I know we keep repeating ourselves. I thought it was a great line when you kind of said if you turn in this game late and you think Houston was behind.
That's right.
They're up 35-7. We know that San Antonio will throw the football, and we also know that when Houston, and if and when they get it back, and they will throw the football.
Each team going with its backup quarterbacks for different reasons. Kelly had a good night and is not hurt. Neuheisel had a bad night and is hurt. Armstrong drops the ball as he is stuck there by the back, Calvin Eason. Eason, a rookie out of Houston. Jack Pardee, 58-53. Here we go. He did build the Chicago Bears into a playoff team. Replaced with the Washington Redskins by Joe Gibbs, who promptly lost his first 5 games and then began to win and go to Super Bowls. 3rd down 10. Ford gets it. It's Parker across the middle, and Mitchell knocks him down, but it's a 1st down. San Antonio holds onto the football at the 39-yard line. And they're trying to get another play away in a hurry.
Again, you know, we're in that position where, look, if you look at the defensive secondary of Houston, they're way off. Their safety is almost 20 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
Ford getting it out toward the sidelines to Danny Buggs over there, and Buggs falls down, trying to avoid Calvin Eason, and he just went down to the ground. But there's a flag back at the 35-yard line. And they're coming back. They'll bring it back. 2:45 left. There's the score.
Jim, let's be honest about it. Gil Stanke has got to take a look at this film. You know, sometime if you say in a season when you have one bad game later on in the season, you may not let your team look at that film. They've got to look at this film and take a look at all the mistakes that they're making. Not only not moving the ball offensively, and they did a pretty decent job with a couple of linebackers, Choate and D'Amico.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, chop block, right guard offense, 3rd down.
Arlen Thompson.
Well, that's the right guard. But, you know, you've got to take a look at this thing and say, here are some of the good things that we did. We know all the bad things we did. Each individual man knows when he leaves this field how bad he played. I'll get back to it.
1st and 25. Bonner tries to pick up a lot of yardage and does not. Gets out to the 29.
So they have to say, you win with a positive note. You look at the film and say, here are some of the things we can do, and we can do these things if we work on it. We want to do them consistently. So that again is you look at the good part, you forget about the bad part because you can't bring that back, but you want to improve on the good things.
That's on the field, but off the field, the media has been on San Antonio, even though it's only 2 games old as a franchise, and after tonight, I would assume that they will not be that easy on them. Trying to get the ball out here. Don Roberts, good catch, Don Roberts. Steps out of bounds. First down at the 48-yard line of Houston. Being annihilated as they are tonight, 35-7.
Well, you see Roberts catch this pass. This is a nice touch by Ford, and Brock, the linebacker, is trying to cover Roberts one-on-one. That's tough coverage for the linebacker, but the ball was laid in the right position, over the shoulder and away from the linebacker.
Tell you what, as Bugs catches that ball, Paul, we hope that Neuheisel is not hurt badly, but Mike Ford has done nothing to dispel thoughts that they're going to be without a quarterback. 2-minute warning to go. 2-minute warning. Houston out in front, 35-7 here in San Antonio. Most valuable player, $1,000 to the College or University of Jim Kelly's choice. It's his choice. He had a great night tonight.
Well, here's his second touchdown, actually running the ball. He'll freeze D'Amico right here and just tuck the ball away and go in front of Sam Harrell and score a touchdown. Then he's going to come back out, and here's his touchdown pass of the evening to Moser when he rolls to his left and gets out of the traffic and finds Moser all by himself in the end zone. Look at this pass, running away and throwing back across the field, Jim. Beautiful.
And an MVP is Jim Kelly, the rookie quarterback out of the University of Miami. As you take a look now live with the ball at the 35-yard line, first down, San Antonio, 2 minutes to go. Mike Ford back to throw, putting it down the middle and overthrowing Joey Hackett. Kelly ran the ball 6 times for 41 yards. Now, we all know that that's about a 7-yard average running the football. Not bad. 28 of 44, better than 50%, 315 yards and a touchdown. Other than that, Jim, how come you've been an MVP?
I don't understand why he's sweating. Look at this.
It's cold out there.
Yeah.
Second down and 10. 1:56 left in this game. Lights went out. Game was delayed 45 minutes toward the end of the third quarter. Here's Ford looking, throwing, and as Roberts hangs onto the ball and all of a sudden does not hang onto the ball. That's an incompleted pass, and it's third down and 10.
We watched that play before that where he threw the ball a hatchet down the middle, and they've thrown that ball to the tight end Armstrong 3 times since Ford has been in the game, and he went back and threw it the play before this down the middle. That ball has to be right on target because they've got the safeties, the free safeties, are standing about 25 yards deep, Jim, and they're just sitting there waiting on it.
Paul, as much as we've said about Houston and the things we've said about San Antonio, unfortunately many of them negative, I got to throw out another negative. They played almost 8 quarters now and have 1 touchdown offensively. The other was on a recovered fumble. And when you go 8 quarters and come up with but 2 touchdowns, you got to worry.
Well, you do, and then you also, let's repeat again, you start worrying when your number 1 quarterback, the guy that you went out to get, Neuheisel, is injured. We don't know about him. And again, the man that did score the touchdown, Linnell Fee,
he operated on tomorrow.
Will be operated on tomorrow. And they only carry 3 wide receivers, and 2 of them are in there now. They can't bring them out. That's Bugs and Fowler.
Fourth down. And 10 to go. And you know Ford is going to throw the football again. And the blitz is on. And look out, but he got it away. And coming back, Ford can't get to it as Bugs. Ford had to rush that throw as the blitz was on. And Houston takes over with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go.
Is that right? Mouse Davis. He's the man that has the Mouseketeers, all the little people. All those little people. This man right here, Portland State, if you didn't see this kind of football before, tonight you had a pretty good idea of what they're talking about, run and shoot. And Mousy, we talked to him, Jim, yesterday, and he just loves this kind of offense.
I don't believe that there could be a quarterback alive that wouldn't like to run this kind of offense because you're throwing nearly all the time, and that's what the quarterbacks want to do. That's how you can get people to take up and say notice and maybe give him one of those $40 million contracts like Steve Young apparently got today. He'll be a big addition to this league. A couple days ago, they got Marcus to 3. That's not bad, is it? There's a throw to Poole out here. And Poole is thrown out of bounds after picking up a first down at the 46-yard line.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't really mean to laugh, but again, we're looking at a team with 59 seconds left on the board, 35-7, and they're throwing the football. Pardee saying, well, we've got our young man in there, and they're not trying to rub it in on San Antonio. What they're doing is giving Mr. Dillon, number 10, the quarterback, some throwing time.
Well, not only that, they're running their offense. This is about the offense that they run. There's Johnson in motion. Dillon throws it behind Moser, and that stops the clock with 55 seconds to go. To show you what can happen when you simply don't run the ball down, as Houston does not run the ball down. With 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go, I said this will take a half an hour to play. Actually, it's going to take longer than that before this final 7 minutes and 35 seconds are over. But Houston is in a situation. Harrell, while he was in there, did a lot of running and very effectively. But with him out of there, they don't want him injured. They're throwing the football.
I know they want to get Todd Dillon some time to throw the ball, but I think it's time to run it up the middle and forget about it and go home.
Well, they could just run it up the middle, say on the next play, and almost run out the clock. Whoops, that ball is going to be picked off, and picked off it is by Tommy Neal, and Neal is going out of bounds inside the 35-yard line at the 34. 47 seconds to go, and that is the first interception of the night by San Antonio.
All right, he was throwing the ball to Poole on the outside, and the ball does hit Poole right in the hands. We said he made a couple of spectacular catches, and now one that hits him in the hands, it's going to pop right up into the hands of number 50, who the linebacker is Neal, and he's going down the sidelines hoping that he might get a touchdown, but that's not going to happen because number 73, Ernie Rogers, knocks him out of bounds. There are 47 seconds remaining.
Charlie Neal gets a big hand from those who are here because he's a native of San Antonio. Went to Tarleton State. First down, 35-yard line. That is Bonner in motion. And they're looking for Bonner and underthrown. Tarleton State is a Division III school, and it is in Stephenville, Texas. And I must be honest with you, in all the time I've been doing professional football, and even giving college football scores, I've never called the name Tarleton State. But we now know it's a Division III school in Stephenville, Texas. And they must be proud of Neal playing in the professional ranks. Second down and 10, 43 seconds to go, 35-7, Houston. Ford to throw, has his man across the way, that is Buggs, and Buggs is wrestled down.
And the clock will stop because we're in this 2-minute rule now. The clock stops on the first down, but doesn't make any difference because San Antonio is going to take a timeout anyway here.
Well, this ball game, since it is almost history, we'll repeat one more time. San Antonio will be 0-2, having lost to New Orleans 13-10. The Presidents scored in their second game 35-7 to Houston. Houston will be 1-1, having lost to Tampa Bay in what they consider a heartbreaker 20-17, and now winning this game 35-7. And Houston remains on the road to go at Chicago next week. That's their third. And for the first time, San Antonio will go on the road, and they'll play at Oklahoma also next Sunday. Saturday, we're going to be on the air. 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Jacksonville. Great game against the Generals yesterday at Tampa Bay. And then on Monday, Paul and I'll be out in Arizona, and Washington will be at Arizona. Also at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And don't forget our good friend Tom Mees, who's with us on all of these telecasts, plus Inside the USFL, heard weekly. And as a matter of fact, with the re-airs this week, it'll be on about 4 times. You can catch it no matter when you're home.
That man to your right is Mr. Jim Eddy, who is the defensive coordinator for the Houston Gamblers.
You know, we got to say, we're giving all this to Mousy Davis and to Jack Pardee, but look at the scoreboard. It's only 7 points up there on one play. One play only.
One bomb. It was a mix-up in the secondary.
And other than that, the defensive coordinator did very well, didn't he?
Very, very well. He's going to be very happy. He said, we got things on defense. They all talk about our offense, but we got some defensive plays.
Ford goes down. Fiala is the one that knocked him down. Referee stepped in.
31 seconds. Now they'll wind the clock.
They need not run another play, but they probably will run another play. Try to get the ball into the end zone if they can. 35-7, 15 seconds to go. Second down, 4. Ford puts it down for Parker, and Parker takes a hit from JoJo Heath and can't hang on to the ball. That stops the clock. And it's 4th down and 11 seconds to go.
JoJo Heath can't mind this weather at all, playing up there, but they have a new stadium. Vancouver British Columbia last year, they played in the Dome, but he's a tough football player. Pittsburgh is never all that warm.
Well, I never expected this kind of weather tonight here in San Antonio when we began the game. I don't know what it is now. The wind has not died. The chill factor was 21 below when we started the game. And that was many hours ago. That was over 4 hours ago. Ford drills it out here. Boom. As Bonner catches the ball, he goes down, and there's a flag down, and there's 4 seconds left.
Jim, the funny part about it, we mentioned the chill factor and how cold it is down on the field, because when we were down there, the wind really blows down on that field. Did not affect Houston's passing game, and it's a passing team. And if you think something, if it would have been in the favor of anyone, it would have been in the favor of San Antonio.
Officials on the field, and you can hear some people from the sideline say, come on. We got time for one more play.
Unless there's a penalty.
On the defense. Tom Wilson walking around. I called him Tom Wilson. I beg your pardon, Tom White. I hope that's the only time I call him Tom Wilson. Tom White. He's been refereeing a lot of these games. One of the real good officials in the United States Football League, and they entrust him with a lot of their big games. Now getting the lines marker set correctly on the sideline. Well, I tell you, you know the kind of game this is with 4 seconds to go. The band is playing all through the play here.
Encroachment, left tackle, defense, 3rd down.
Take it back to 3rd down, encroachment.
Got a band or a recording?
Whatever, they're playing music. Yep, it's going to be a long week. Hopefully not a long season for San Antonio and Gil Steinke for Jack Pardee. I think he can look ahead to maybe not a championship season, but certainly a rather good season for a first-year team. There's Ford back. Ford throwing for the sideline, stepping out of bounds as Rodney Parker crossed the way. But now they say the game is over. 35-7. Jim Kelly's our men and MVP. He ran for a couple of touchdowns, threw for a touchdown. San Antonio lost Neuheisel to injury, at least for this game, and Fee maybe for some time because of an operation on his knee tomorrow.
Jim, run and shoot. I love it. I'm impressed with it, and it's going to excite an awful lot of people, and it's going to give fits to some defense.
Houston is now 1-1. San Antonio is now 0-2. Jim Simpson with Paul McGuire saying good.